if you're a Dean Ambrose fan tonight, you are just fucked up. I mean, if you're a Shield fan tonight, God.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks. This place sucks. CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style.
Get the guns ready! Get the guns ready for me!
Who wants to go?
Get them ready!
Yo, I'll fuck your ass! I wanna kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
What's up, and welcome to the Joe Cronin Show. If you're a kid who's a fan of The Shield, you are like fucking like murdering yourself tonight. I looked around at I've never seen kids more sad in the audience than ever. You're talking about if you're a Shield fan and a Roman fan, you're like, dude, fucking Roman Reigns has cancer. Dean Ambrose just beat the shit out of Seth Rollins. Like, you're just like fucking like your 8-year-old mind is fucked up right now. Like your 11-year-old is fucked right now. If you watch this show tonight, that was unbelievably bizarre. I don't know. I mean, dude, there's kids on Suicide Watch tonight. Like, I mean, that was fucking crazy, dude. They're like, you know. The only thing they could have done is brought Roman out at the end and then had Dean take out Roman too. Imagine that. Oh my God, dude. The only reason why they didn't do that is because they would be worried about people thinking that Roman isn't really sick, which, you know, he is, but people thought that anyway, so. Man, I'll tell you what, if I was Roman, I'd be like, dude, put me out there at the end. That'd be crazy. You know, if he came out at the end to celebrate with them and then Dean did that, then went after Roman too. Woo, that would have been crazy. I did a live broadcast earlier talking about the whole Roman Reigns situation. I'm sure I'm going to repeat some things about Roman Reigns having cancer, having leukemia, a blood cancer. I mean, this could be 8 months to 24 months. Who knows? With this, with chemo, with recovery, with everything that he's going to have to do. It's really fucking insane and horrible. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Raw was very uneventful, though, other than that, and maybe Elias. I enjoyed the Elias moment. I pretty much hated everything else about Raw, I think. The whole Roman thing obviously threw me completely off for the whole night, just about anything. It's probably good they didn't do much because I couldn't concentrate on anything other than, like, Jesus Christ, Roman Reigns has goddamn leukemia. Like, that... You know, I thought he was injured, which was a report, and then I was like hoping those reports were bullshit. It seemed like they were to me. I was like, he's not really injured. And then we started Raw. It was like, oh my God, he's really injured. What is going on here? And then I didn't realize it was like leukemia. I thought it was some kind of injury that he was dealing with. But anyway, I went live. We talked about that for a while, and now I've got Jake DeMarco here. What's up, Jake?
Yeah, wow. What a, like you said, what a night for the Shield for sure. My heart breaks for Roman. You know, a lot of people saying they're not so sure if it's real. It is absolutely real. I mean, when we did the little bit of research a long time ago, we had known that he did, you know, conquer leukemia once before. And a lot of people, you know, upset saying, I never wish this.
There's no way the WWE would fake this because when it came out, it was fake. People, they'd be under attack by everybody. Like, they'd be like, WWE uses leukemia as a story, like nowadays with everything, and it's just it's not. I mean, I wish they did stuff that was so good that you didn't know, but they don't, and so it's real, and that's why he said his name, and that's why all these other things, because they want you to know, like, it's real, like they're making.
And WWE did issue a statement, you know, officially, saying that, you know, they used his real name, saying he had to relinquish the Universal Championship. He's taking a leave of absence. He had been in remission since late 2008. Reigns is taking his battle with leukemia public in an effort to raise awareness and funds for research in order to advance cures for the disease. And some people upset saying like, oh, I disliked him, but, you know, I never wanted to see this. And we've always said that, you know, you get the comments, oh, I hope he breaks his neck. We never wanted that. You know, I always said,
yeah, I mean, that's always been
man.
stupid. Yeah, we always gave the Roman character. Well, no, the booking decisions is what we give hell. Like, we don't like the Roman character because of the decisions.
Exactly.
But the
it
guy,
wasn't his abilities. It wasn't him personally or his skill. I said it was those responsible for booking and handling him. So,
yeah, it's too bad because I was hoping. I still hope every day for a Roman heel turn. So now we're not going to get that, and certainly it won't be a heel turn now if he comes back.
This is tragic. You know, it really is very upsetting.
Oh, dude, it's just not. It's awful. Like, he's got a family. I drudged on about it earlier on my live broadcast about this earlier when it happened. I went live to talk about it, and it's just awful, man. It's fucking the worst thing ever. Like, I mean, one of the worst things ever. It's not pancreas cancer or something, luckily, but it's, you know, it's just awful. It's not. It's people think it's fake. That's ridiculous. People arguing with each other about, you know, whatever is stupid. It just, this dude has cancer, has a family, and this sucks. And
yeah.
He's fucking screwed for a while.
Fact, like you were saying before, how long it might possibly take, you know, for a return. He's got to survive it first, you know. It's a hell of a thing. And then I was curious as to why they didn't put the women on last, with Evolution being Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, there's our answer. Everything with Dean, but they certainly tried to fill in the void the best they could tonight. I knew over the weekend Roman didn't show up Saturday to the Hartford show we had here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go, but I talked to some people that did, and they said the show was very underwhelming. The only thing that was good was AJ put on a hell of a performance for an arena that was less than half filled. So
that's so pathetic, man. That's so sad. I didn't go to the Boston show either. I didn't go to this show, obviously.
And Alexa Bliss reportedly was injured at the show on Saturday in Hartford. She didn't show up to Sunday's show in Boston. She was her Instagram or Snapchat story, one of the two, showed her back home on Sunday. So now we don't see her tonight. So this might be possibly the second time that Ronda Rousey injured her. Reports are saying that she might have her nose broken. People saw it bleeding.
Oh, really?
When she left the ring on Saturday.
People that called me earlier had been talking about her just last few weeks ago thing with the tingling in her wrists or something.
Yeah, the numbness. No, this was apparently her nose might have been broken at the WWE Hartford house show on Saturday.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so I mean, and this would be the second time that Ronda injured, you know, Alexa Bliss directly, so that's a lot to worry about. Now we don't know what's going to happen Sunday with their match against Trish. Tonight they had, you know, it was, you know, Alicia Fox filling in her role with Mickie James there, so maybe that's something they'll have to do on Sunday, but that doesn't really put asses in seats the way they wanted it to.
Right.
They already had to cancel the VIP meet and greet that they were doing before Evolution. So tickets barely sold for that, so that was canceled. And, I mean, they're trying, like I said before, to fill the void with Roman now, so they turn Elias into more of a face character finally, hopefully give him a bit more. You also see Braun. They brought him out Saturday to take on, you know, the same role that he had tonight. So, again, they're making him be a face as well.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like this totally
quickly. It
feels like Braun's going to just win the belt and crown jewel. By the way, Saudi Arabia, you know, there was a lot of sympathy for me for Roman Reigns for about an hour on my broadcast earlier. So, you know, if I'm moving through some other things, it's really because I spent a lot of it earlier in my previous video. We'll get back into the Roman thing though, and how weird things are going right now with people thinking it's fake. It's just not fake. We have a lot of people watching right now. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys hit the subscribe button, the like button. What do you think? We're taking your phone calls tonight. Dean Ambrose turns heel. The Shield has just imploded. The kids in the audience faces really told the story. The Shield fans, the kids, because, like, man, Roman has cancer. He's leaving. Then Dean turns on Seth after they win the belts. Just bizarre. And I forget what my next point was now, but I think it was... shit, I mean, yeah, Evolution is this week. It doesn't feel right. The card doesn't feel well booked. I mean, it doesn't feel very. It just doesn't seem like they did enough to like sort of to promote the stories or the matches. It seems lackluster. The the promotion of it has been there to say evolution and first time and evolution, but there's no.
But what are we getting?
Why aren't we?
It doesn't feel like there was any real attention put on it tonight. I mean, even the contract signing fell flat, not just because of the participants either, but
yeah, the Roman thing put a damper on
feel.
Everything anyway, though. It was a mess because of that, too.
Exactly. But even still, I can't help but, fathom where they went wrong. How many times can you mess this up over and over again? It's just a sad state of affairs that they're supposed to tout the women and how they've advanced so far from where they were, yet they can't sell.
Somebody says it's a work. Vince will do anything to get him over. It's true that they really will do anything to get him over. I think that's why some people have thought that it's a work, because they're like they have done anything, including holding a superstar out so that Roman could stay over. So, I can see why the conspiracies are coming out about it. I just can't believe that in this time they would do this. But then again, Vince McMahon did drop an F-bomb recently. They had blood and they've done a lot of different things. Let me throw you on mute real quick, see if I can trigger these sounds here.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
See what you guys got to say. We're going to take phone calls in a minute.
I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
This hit too close to home. Mom is a 2-time BC survivor and works at Children's Hospital of Philly with cancer patients. No matter how you feel about Roman character, that's a father, husband in person. TNP.
Yeah, Finn Balor forever. Thank you for the $10, man. And that's why everyone's going to cheer for him, man, because everybody's going to be on this guy's side now. I mean, not even just whatever, just because it's so messed up, dude, that he has kids and a family, and he's a guy who worked really, really hard. I mean, whether you liked what they did with him or not, he did work really hard and showed up to all kinds of shit. A lot of kids like him. It's awful.
Love the heel turn, fucking amazing. They used Roman's condition to amplify the heat. Great move by WWE. Seen this many times. The Paige and Charlotte taken Punk.
Right.
This is not the first time and won't be the last. Fan at the end though said he has every right to turn.
Yeah, the fan in the crowd was like, he's every right to turn. Very good. I thought that was funny too. I heard the fan. Thank you for the donation, Greg the Penis.
So now we have no Universal Champ or Tag Team Champs. Get well soon, Roman.
Yeah, kind of weird. I guess. I mean, we do have tag champs, sort of. Vinny Carr, thanks for the $5 and becoming a $5 ShiBUM. Also, hopefully you guys will follow me on Twitter. My Twitter account is, I changed it for a second to make it easier, but now I realize that I've got my Twitter posted everywhere as something else, so I got to make sure it's @CorruptedPod, because I had changed it briefly for a second. So just remember, @CorruptedPod.
Pour me a beer, you've got a new subscriber.
Thank you for subbing, man. That is Ghost Play. Thank you for subbing.
Super Chat Party.
BD Skeleton, thank you for the $1, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting my show. Thanks for the wedding gifts, everybody. We got married Saturday, and no, I won't talk about it really that much here, like that guy said earlier on a different comment. I talked about most of it with Leah on Corrupted episode 70 that's up on Patreon right now. Morning Madness is up there, and Corrupted episode 70 is up there too. But yeah, my Twitter is right here, @CorruptedPod. Make sure you go follow me. We're almost at 2,000 followers. If we get 2,000 followers tonight, I'll probably, fancy my privates.
ShiBUM.
I think we can all say that we as fans play in kayfabe as well as the wrestlers, because we hated Roman Reigns the character but not the man. This has been one of the most emotional moments I've ever seen. Roman is guaranteed to never to be booed again.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because it seems like Roman will never get booed again. I love crack.
Oh my God.
Thank you, I love crack, for the $5 donation. Yeah, man, if he comes back, it's so far down the line at this point, dude. He's gonna get, if he does come back, it's gonna be outrageous.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
Unfortunately, Bad Omen is single again as of Saturday thanks to the little devil walking
Oh no.
out over bullshit thanks to some fucking whack job bastard. On
What
to
the hell?
better. Even though I like to shit on Roman, I hope he beats cancer. It's no joke. Hashtag FUCKCANCER.
Fuck cancer, man. Bad Omen, I'm sorry about your lady troubles. That sucks, man. But, in a weird way, now I get you more to myself, though, Bad Omen. So thank you, Bad Omen, and sorry about the girl even. Get a different one and plow her. You know, Bad Omen? Appreciate that. Let's see if we can get these sounds to work. Why they're not working? Trying to get them to work. I'm doing everything to trigger these sounds for Jake, and it just ain't working.
Shit bum.
Sup Joe and Jake.
What's up,
Holy
Trouble?
shit, it finally happened. So what was the point of them winning the titles anyway? Raw was fucking AIDS. But damn, Shield fans are fucked. Oh, and prayers to Roman 3/10.
Thank you, Triple Gaming, for the $5 donation. Let me take a phone call. Maybe that will help this thing out. Thank you guys for the donations. I appreciate it. If you guys want to donate tonight, the link is down below in the description box. All the donation amounts are down below, all listed there. Obviously, you guys fund the show and make it so I can keep doing these shows every day and every week that I do them. You can also super chat by using the dollar symbol in the chat. You can use the super chat, or you can do the Twitch alerts. And since we found out that now YouTube does weird stuff with the super chats sometimes, you know, you might want to go Twitch alerts. But either way is fine. Diverse is on the phone. What's up, Diverse?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
How's it going?
All right, so my name's actually Jake, by the way. But
Jake,
my
I'll
actual
put it
name.
in. You got Jake. We'll
Yeah,
call you
but,
Jake Diverse.
Yeah, yeah, I go by Diverse, so it's cool.
You're sticking with that. There's
So
only one Jake here.
Yeah.
You.
So I didn't like really. I didn't think it was that good. I didn't think the show was too good. But I agree with other people and you. The heel turn was good. It's kind of sad.
It was very surprising, like, and very weird. Like, it was. First, I thought they wouldn't even win the titles. Like, Braun would come out and ruin it, and then Leah would.
But then Braun came out.
Well, it did come out, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought he'd come out and it would mess it up, so then there really wouldn't be a decision. And, you know, Leah was like, no, they're going to give him the belts because of what happened with Roman. I was like, oh, yeah, maybe. So then when that happened, I was like, oh, wow. And then so I was completely caught off guard.
That's what they wanted because they put you in that safe, you know, nestled little corner.
You even thought Roman might come out.
Cradle.
You even thought Roman might come out and hug them at the end or something and hold up their hands.
I watched the backstage thing. He left earlier in the night after his announcement.
To go home, probably, yeah. Go right home.
But yeah, they really wanted you to feel safe and secure. And oh my God, this is great. You know, what a tribute to Roman Reigns. And hell, he can't turn heel now. Because I even said to myself earlier, I said, well,
I said so much for the heel turn.
This is terrible. I'm curious if we'll ever find out what they plan to do with Dean. And I just said that to myself. I was going to tweet that out right as Raw was ending. And then it's like, oh, wow. I guess they're still going full steam ahead because we knew he was going to turn heel eventually. It was supposed to be around Crown Jewel time that it happened.
Yeah. I mean, Raw was terrible. I mean, I think Raw was terrible. Someone in the chat says, fuck you, Raw was terrible. Yeah, Raw was terrible. I still believe Raw was terrible.
The rest of it was not good, but that certainly was shocking.
Sad that he's sick, but it's also sad that, like, it took that in order for them to make a good ending. Like, they usually don't have an ending that good. They usually don't have a Raw that is entertaining. Like, and one of the most entertaining moments, like, in a while, is the fact that because he's sick, contributed to that kind of.
Yeah, actual drama.
They certainly capitalized on his leukemia. Not
and
in a negative
do you
way
actually
either.
do you actually think that fans won't boo him anymore? I think they'll still boo him. Like, he'll get cheered when he comes back, if he comes back. But eventually, if they keep like giving him the king treatment, they'll probably still boo him after a while. No,
I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough because I'm telling you, he might be out. If he's out, like, I mean, dude, if I see Roman come back beating this, it's gonna be hard for me to boo the guy. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's because this is fucked up. Like, he could be out 18. I mean, he could be out 8 to 24 months. You don't know. He could be, dude. What?
He could never wrestle again.
What if he battles for 6 months off and on, taking leukemia treatments and has blood transfusions and all this shit, and then in a year and a half, this dude actually comes back? Like, how in the world am I ever?
Could you boo him?
Yeah, like what? Like, I mean, dude, he like if he announced that his career was over, but he was gonna stay with his family, and like that, you could expect that him to beat this again, go through chemo and all this other stuff for months and months and maybe years, and then come back. That's like icing on a cake, like for him to come back.
When did he have it? When did he first get sick?
11 years ago.
Yeah, there's like late 2008 or early 2008.
This is a blood disease. A lot of people think that they have anemia when they have this because it's a blood disease. So your blood cell counts are all fucked up, and you're getting weak and fatigued. And they test you, and you know, a lot of times they might think it's, like I said, anemia or something. And once they realize, no, your blood cell count's crazy, let's test this, and you find out it's a blood cancer and it's leukemia. So it's very similar. So the amount of how tired he's gonna be, like to have to.
Well, I've been through chemo actually myself recently.
Really?
The last 3 years.
How long were you on it?
About 6 months, I think. I went through 3 cycles, which is usually the most. Was it 6 months? No, maybe like 3 months. I don't know. I don't exactly remember. It was a
probably
few
felt
years
like
ago,
6 months.
It came out of nowhere. Like I'm in New York City, and I was at Sloan Kettering Memorial. I'm 34 years old now. I'm about to be 35 in a few days, but I had testicular cancer out of nowhere. And, you know, I guess it was genetic, but I'm adopted, so I don't really know any of my medical family history. But
what happened with it? Because, like, usually with testicular cancer, like, they can just chop and be done. But so it spread?
Right. By the time they knew what it was, right, I already had a lung tumor. And they were able actually to treat that and get it out with surgery and chemo. But then actually now I'm living with, I have one lung right now.
Jesus,
because,
dude.
Yeah, it's actually, and I'm still playing basketball. I play basketball, and so I'm actually still back at it. I've had a bunch of surgeries, and I'm back playing basketball. I guess because I'm young, I can still, and my body, you know, can recover well. But yeah, it's tough to go through. Chemo's tough to go through. I still was going to work at that time. You know, well, as much as I could. Not. I wasn't working as much as I normally would, but and I had a job that, you know, didn't require me to do a lot physically. So.
Well, the one thing I say that this is bad is because, I mean, you would know with the chemo, because chemo just tools you for like at least a couple of days or whatever. And
oh yeah, definitely.
With the leukemia, because you're already fatigued and really weak, because that's what it does to your blood cells. So then you're putting chemo on top of that. That's why it's like there's no way he can come back quick, because it's
because it hinders your body's ability to fight serious infections too, which makes me wonder if this made him more susceptible to getting that odd sickness that he had last year when Bray Wyatt got it. I wonder if that played a part in it all too. But
maybe, yeah.
You know, but I mean, so there's so many risks involved. Just a lot of.
So what's going on with Bray? What's going on with Bray Wyatt now?
They just
had nothing to do with him creatively after him and Matt. You know, Matt.
So they just kept him off places like that.
They're just waiting. They're waiting for him. Yeah, they're waiting to be able to do something with him. They don't. They probably have an idea.
They repackaged him, but he's yet to debut, I guess. So
you think he's going to be totally different, not the same gimmick at all?
I bet you it's going to be close to the same, and they're just going to change a few little things here and there.
That's going to be like,
it's going to be a waste.
That's going to be like.
He honestly might show up to, you know, I mean, I know that it's probably going to be Drew McIntyre maybe going after Braun with Dolph or something like that. But I mean,
he's good. But Drew McIntyre he looks really good.
I love
right now.
Drew. Him and Braun could have a pretty cool fight. I don't usually like big guys going at. I'm gonna let you go though, man, and I'm glad you're okay now.
Yeah,
That's some crazy shit.
Glad you're doing better.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy because they thought it came back. It's really rare that it came back. But it wasn't. It didn't actually come back. It was actually I had something else, and they removed my lung really when they could have put me on antibiotics. And they basically made a mistake and removed my lung after I went through all that shit.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I'm trying to sue them right now. So
Jesus.
But I'm trying to find a lawyer that could actually, stick with me and win.
Yeah, it's really gonna. It's gonna be tough. But that's something you should sue over. That's, whoops.
Yeah.
That's malpractice at some kind of level. I mean, luckily you're okay, but that's so fucked up, man. I hope you're. Did you got both your balls still, or you lose one?
No, I had to lose one, but it's really unnoticeable to people.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I was born
nobody
with
cares, nobody, and it's not even. I don't feel any different or anything like that.
Yeah, no, you don't want cancer. You got to get rid of it. I mean, I get you there. But yeah, at least you're all right. One ball, one lung. I'm gonna rename you. Diverse, you're gonna be one ball, one lung. All right, bro.
I would just call him number one.
You have. I know you can still do. Hey, it's still all good. You just need one. You just need one of everything. That's why we got two. Except for your liver. That's why be careful drinking. Everybody be careful drinking. You get one liver, unless you're as lucky as Larry Funk and some 22-year-old crashes into a wall and dies, and then you get to have his liver. So thank you to that kid for Larry Funk's life. Diverse, thank you, man. Love you, bro. I hope you live a long life with that shit.
Absolutely.
You might outlive a lot of other people, to be honest.
I'm still shocked the way they did it, though, and that's great because I guess I'm trying to find a positive in this entire night. Obviously Roman being sick is such a drastically upsetting, just so much doom and gloom on it, and rightfully so. No one wanted to see him have to endure any of this.
No one wants anybody to have cancer. Nobody wants anybody on the roster, anyone ever, to have cancers. This is horrible. There's just no other way around it.
Terrible.
Nobody's making people making fun of it are fucking crazy. Like there's 90% of the people know it's real. It's not a fake thing. It's they wouldn't do this. They would have companies coming after them. They would be in so much shit PR wise. Like they could not fake this, and it's not good. It's fucking shitty, and it's the bad everything. But now the Saudi prince gets to have his championship decided like he wanted.
Yeah, I guess so.
And Dean Ambrose is heel.
And Dean is heel. And I mean, the way they went with it, I really do like it, honestly, because had they let them lose the match, it would have made more sense to everybody. It kind of would have been a sign of things to come. Because they won the belt, you really were like, even I said to myself, oh, wow, I really wonder what that storyline would have been like. Now Dean's absolutely not turning on Seth. But this is great, like TJ just said on Twitter, this adds to the fact of Roman was the glue holding them together, stopping Dean from attacking Seth. And I had said, this adds.
Yeah, I think it's probably where they were going anyway, I would like to think.
Because that was originally the rumors that, around Crown Jewel time is when Dean would turn.
Yeah.
So, last week is when we saw him with the Dirty Deeds.
Let me try to trigger these donations here.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. To be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Raw was one of the best Raws in a long time. The Roman Reigns segment was heartbroken and the Elias turn was great. That Dean heel turn woke me the fuck up. Hashtag get well Roman and kick the cancer's ass.
Yeah, hopefully Roman does kick this thing's ass. That'd be crazy if he came back all badass and stuff like that. Dude, it'd be sick. John Wills, thanks for the $10, John. I don't think it was a great Raw, though. I mean, I really didn't think it was a great Raw. I mean, I was happy that, the Dean heel turn, there was a lot of emotion tonight, which isn't usually there because of everything.
Pour me a beer.
That was interesting.
Subscriber.
Geo2Nice, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. Subscribe down below, hit that sub button, hit that bell, don't miss out on my daily wrestling podcasts and reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not.
Pour me a beer.
It doesn't make me feel any better that the Raw was that good. I'm still giving Raw maybe like a 4 out of 10. Emily House, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Jesus, Leah, what the fuck? Everyone heard that for sure.
Some guy is going to make himself look stupider than ever tonight. Easy to get a wrestling crowd. Ha ha ha, please, for life. Rock on, party on. La 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 rah rah.
Scott McKinnon, the alien boy. Thanks for subbing. Thank you, Scott McKinnon. Still trying to trigger these things for Jake and everybody. So hang on tight. We're going to get through a few more of these donations. We're going to take phone calls throughout the night about this. Caleb Green, thanks for subbing to the channel. Welcome to the JCS Army. Hit me up on Twitter. At CorruptedPod. It's not at Joe Cronin Show anymore because I'm banned for life on Twitter, but I have access to my other Twitter account. Get over there tonight.
At Jim, when I read the announcement about Roman, I feel awful now that the wrestling mark in me originally thought this was just a work, but no, this is crazy. Then Dean goes all CZW on Seth. I lost my grandpa to cancer. I really wish it was work, not real.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it wasn't real either. I think we all know people that... The Goon, thank you, Goon. We all know people that had cancer or have it or had it. You know, no doubt.
In Philly, we're gritty, yo, this whole city, we're gritty, yo, we might eat our own shitty. Yeah, eat our own shitty. In the city of Philly, we're gritty as can be. We can survive off our motherfucking own PC. In Philly, we're gritty. In Philly, we're gritty. This whole city, we'll eat our own shitty. In Philly, that's why our mascot looks like a...
Sad to hear what happened to Roman. I hope he recovers from this. With him out of the picture, who wins the title
Jake,
now
talk or
at
something
Crown
for a
Jewel and who replaces him for WM35 if they planned for The Rock to come back to face him?
Maybe, you know, I mean, they may have to do something crazy. You know, I mean, I believe that WrestleMania we had heard talks about The Rock facing Roman and all these things happening, and probably that's out for sure out the window, I would think. Raw Still Sucks, $8 donation from Raw Still Sucks. Thank you very much for that. And the Gritty donation, the $8 Gritty donation, that is one that I love. What do you think, Gawandi, about that?
Hello, Billy, you cunt!
Hell yeah.
Hello, Billy, you cunt!
Raw Still Sucks. Thanks for the donation, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's dude, it's fucking awful what's happened.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Initially I was like, come on Vince, another pathetic attempt. Then I looked up leukemia and realized it means cancer and was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I thought the same
Hope
thing.
he is okay, just don't come back, lol.
Oh God, Deadpool, thank you for the donation, man. Yeah, at first I thought it was a real injury because we had been hearing reports Roman was injured. So, like, you know, I mean, I actually at the beginning of Raw tweeted out, like, oh, bullshit, they're really trying anything to get Roman over. And I tweeted that out, and then, like, I unmuted it, and I realized that he was announcing that he had fucking leukemia. And I was like, oh, my God, dude, like, what the fuck? So, like, I had to quickly take that tweet down, and it was really fucked up. So, it was, caught me off guard, man, for sure. We are going to take a bunch of phone calls. We're going to do a bunch of shit tonight. There's so much to do. So, you know, stick around. Don't, you know, you don't have to call right now, but be ready to call in a few minutes when I announce that we're calling, man. One lung, one ball, man. The guy got one lung and one ball.
I got one ball. I got one lung. I got one ball. I got one lung. I got one ball. I got one ball. I got one lung. 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 I got one lung, yo, diverse. I fuck someone. One testicle is all it takes to make the bed quake, to make the earth shake. I shoot the damn cum side of her bum. There I go, I put it inside of that hole. I'm playing b-ball with only one lung. Yo, LeBron, can you do that, you fucking cunt? One lung, one ball, one lung, one ball. It's all I need to play b-ball. One lung and one ball.
One lung, one ball. One lung, one ball. One lung, one ball. One lung, one ball. All right. I'm sorry. One lung, one ball, motherfucker. Shout out to Diverse with one lung and one ball. But I think 30% of the chat thinks he's lying. But that's terrible, man. I'm not gonna say he's like someone's lying about something. Like that's like fucking. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely believe in questioning everything. Like, be skeptical of everything. Don't just believe everything, you know. But straight up just, you know, spamming that the dude's lying about that, I don't feel comfortable. That's like saying the fucking Sandy Hook thing where they were all actors to the fucking people who died, the kids' parents. It's like, you know, yeah, let's be skeptical about shit, but in case we're wrong, let's not, like, say that to people who might have lost kids, you know what I mean, if you think that it didn't happen, you know, because if it did, then that's fucking horrific. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm gonna believe that guy. I don't know why he would call up and make that stuff up, but you know, I'm pretty sure it sounds like he went through that. I mean, who knows? Why would you make that up? It's weird. You know what I mean? It's not like he has a GoFundMe or anything. Listen, we got people on the phone. We got a lot of shit to do tonight. We got Tommy NC on the phone. What's up, Tommy?
What's up, Joe? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Raw was very emotional, but boring, other than the Shield shit.
I have to agree. I have to agree with you on that. I was relatively bored, besides the fact that Roman Reigns dropped at the fact he had leukemia, and I'm like, is he saying that he has cancer? And I'm like, and I sent 2 messages to 2 people I figured they were watching Raw, and I'm like, did Roman Reigns just say he had cancer? And I'm like, and then when he drops the title, he says, this is not a retirement speech. And I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, this changes everything. And I'm like, geez, this is horrible. In his career, you know, he's supposed to be the John Cena face, he's supposed to be the next, you know, face of WWE. And
hey, you look like you ate Ashley's pussy.
No, it's Art the Clown from Tormentor.
Yeah, you look like you tormented Ashley's big pussy.
No, I've never done that. I don't.
Like, you look like you were like, and then you came out of it.
You lost some oxygen for a little bit. A little petechia going on.
Yeah, man, you look like she just started her period and you finished the crabs. What do you say about that? Tommy?
I think you broke him.
Hey, Tommy, what do you think about what happened with Dean Ambrose?
Fucking Wi-Fi.
Tommy, you broke your toy.
Tommy, what do you think about what happened with
Wi-Fi? Is that his new finishing move?
Tommy, what do you think about what happened with Dean Ambrose?
It blows my mind. It just absolutely blows my mind. They win the tag team titles, and then he drops his tag team partner like a maniac. And
That's emotion, Tommy. We don't get that in these day and ages. I mean, they capitalized on the leukemia storyline in probably the best way they could without being disgraceful or tacky. They had people bawling their eyes out from a heel turn. Crying in the audience. That was amazing. I have to, literally tip my hat to them in shock. I didn't see that coming.
Somebody said violent gay in the chat. Yo, oh my God, dude! You should have Hamza dress up as Shaggy Two Broke. Shaggy Two Broke.
Hamza has dressed up as Shaggy Two Dope.
No, too broke. Shaggy too broke, and you'll be violent gay. Oh my god, dude, that is great.
Tommy, just look at
my face. This is after my face after I fucked you up, Joe. Ha!
Dude, you look like you just ate out a mud flap, dude.
Tommy, look at the camera and say magnets.
Get some new Wi-Fi, Tommy. Get some new Wi-Fi.
That is a creepy way to pause.
Cocksucker.
Look at him. We going out this Halloween Eve. We gonna eat some motherfucking sleeve. Look at my face. I'm such a disgrace. The fucking state pays for this place. Yo, I get money from my mom. She does my laundry. She has to wipe all the cum off my laundry. And my dad looks at me. He's kind of disappointed, but fuck him. I lit up a tree. The whole fucking forest went up. And I'm flipping burgers, yo, shut the fuck up. At least I had a... Oh my god, at least I had a father, he said. Oh my god. I got two fathers too, you fuck. I had a father until I was 8.
Talk shit about my father. I'll talk shit. May he rest in peace. I mean, like...
Dude, I fucking love the new Tommy. This is
what, Tommy?
What, Tommy? It's violent gay. Keep it up.
So, you know, I was just like, I was talking shit, you know. You want to talk shit? I'll talk shit. I'll go from here and back. And that's the bottom line, motherfucker!
Well, if that's the case, then I hope your fucking father's business falls apart. And then you lose your home and your mother has a heart attack. And then your dad and your mom die in a car accident. They hit a fucking tree. No more mom and dad. Now I only got the ones that gave me up when I was a kid. What's up to my new mom and dad? My old mom and dad suck cock. And now my fucking father is dead. He can't fly with me to Tosh.0 no more to make sure that I don't get beat up by some black guy or a whore. Oh, my dad chaperones me everywhere I go, even though I'm a grown adult. I put face mask on my fucking face. I tear up my WCW title in my place. All over my fucking floor of my apartment. Same clothes that I wear every day. I must be gay because I don't masturbate. I will keep going with this for fuck's sake. Yo, Tommy, you ain't a kid, so stop painting your face. It ain't Halloween no more, you dumb fuck. Not even October 31st yet. Yeah, you ain't never got a girl wet. Huh, you need a stripper to dance on your crotch, cause everything you do fucking really sucks cock. Look at your fat chin, you said you were gonna lose weight, but you ain't lose nothing. You fucking eat, you ate. You like to have breakfast in the afternoon, and then you suck a guy's fucking anus too. I'm about to expose you. Let's leak out Tommy's... No, I'm just kidding. This is like some ICP-like beat. What the fuck? I don't even know what they sound like anymore. God damn, Tommy, you fucking... What did I say? All I said was like your dad was watching or something, and he was like, your dad's dead! At least I have a father, your dad's dead!
I was just trying to fire back. I'm sorry. Like, you know,
that was amazing.
Sorry.
You went from 0 to 100. I said something like little about his dad. He was like, your dad's dead! At least I had a dad! You know, I got a dad out there somewhere, too. I'm gonna find him soon, I think. We found the adopted mother, so I'm gonna find my dad. I bet you my real dad could kick your real dad's ass.
But your real dad.
I seriously doubt that.
I bet you when I find the dad that and I also think that my dad didn't know that the mother had me too, or because it wasn't his decision, because the mother got knocked up and she was all fucking crazy, so he probably didn't factor in. So I bet you my dad, because I bet you he's Irish, I bet you my dad, when we find him soon, can beat the shit out of your Florida dad who gave you up because he was a pussy back in the day.
You know, no, Joe, that's not fucking true either. They gave me up because they couldn't take care of me. So fuck
exactly,
you.
I said he was a pussy.
He's not a pussy.
If you a real man raises a kid. A real man raises a kid.
You looking forward to Evolution, Tommy?
Hey man, he started this shit, man. I'll fucking finish it though.
That's right. Uh-oh.
Let's go, Tommy.
Uh-oh.
Let's go. Let's go, Tommy. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, I get more views on my YouTube channel than Tommy NC, even though he had 100K. What the fuck? Why did they all go away? Because he's not entertaining no more. No one can stay around a bore like you. So fucking end yourself, you'll jump out the window too. Watch the blood splatter on the concrete. Watch the people step over you. They don't give a shit about your dead meat. Your deadbeat dad gave you up so your dad could raise a fag. What the Sorry, Tommy, I'm kidding. I'm joking, bro. Your parents are fucking saints, and I'm sure your new parents are nice, and you wore that shirt 7 days in a row, and, you know.
I have not worn this shirt 7 days in a row.
No, that other one. No, not that one. The other one. That other one you wore 7 days in a row.
It's clean now.
Now.
Yeah.
It's been clean.
I'm sure it's clean. You look very clean right now. I can tell you're a very clean person. I can tell by your face how clean you are.
That shower's got to look just like a fucking murder scene constantly.
No.
All the makeup all over the place.
Well, anyway, Tommy, anything else you wanted to say about Raw tonight?
It was decent. It was decent. Besides the emotional tug, it would be interesting if this was a work. If this was a work, and then Roman didn't have cancer, and this was a work to make the fans like Roman more, to pull. Can you imagine what would happen if this was a work?
Yeah.
If Roman didn't have cancer?
Oh, no, they're not. They can't do that. They're not doing that. It would be devastating for the WWE PR-wise. They would never do it.
Joe, we're talking about the WWE here. They'll do anything to get ratings.
They won't do this. They trust me. They will not do this. They work with
They've got breast cancer survivors on their show.
Yeah, they work with Make-A-Wish and cancer. They would be a huge backlash.
They will risk the lives of their superstars and send them over to Saudi, but they're not going to fake cancer.
Yeah, they would never do this. It's not funny to joke about cancer, and like at this point, for a lot of people, it really isn't. It really isn't. And
it pisses me off when people treat it like a meme, and it's stupid.
Well, listen, and to be honest, Tommy, I'm sorry about what I said earlier, and I got to move on the calls, okay? But I just want to say thanks for calling, man. I'm glad you got through early tonight.
No problem, Joe. You have a good night. You have a good.
Oh, Tommy, I forgot to tell you about something. This is a big news. I hope you get cancer.
That reaction.
Oh man, that was so fucking great.
Wow.
Fuck you, man.
Finger.
Even the silence was like that. It made it so perfect. It was just like, oh shit. We're just like, you just got done talking about it. Cancer's not funny. It's just not. It's I hope you get it.
Pour me a beer.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Let the Master Phoenix. Thanks for subbing to the channel, bro. What's
up?
Let the
hate mail fuel you, Joe.
Let the hate mail.
Yeah. Who's this Lou guy everybody keeps talking about? The new Universal Champion, Lou.
Oh god.
Leukemia. I don't know him. Is he good? Is he in
Who's
NXT?
Leukemia?
Who's Leukemia?
Dude, you know a little bit later there's going to be like a big brown stick guy in WWE 2K called Leukemia, and he's going to be fighting Roman. People are going to do fucked up shit.
I got everyone's fucking addresses, Mon!
Good bless you, Roman. I'm telling you right now, if he survive this and bets this ready for Super Roman in the WWE.
Dude, it's going to be sick when he comes back. The place is going to blow up, and you're going to see people doing, I'm starting it right now, #RomanStrong. And it's a fist with Roman's fist, and it says Roman Strong. It's going to be a fucking t-shirt. There's going to be just people going shit, making videos. It's going to be nuts. We'll start that right here on the Joe Cronin Show with the hashtag. We'll tweet it out. Follow me on my new Twitter, @CorruptedPod, and we hope Roman really is okay in all seriousness. It's really fucked up. He's got a fucking shit battle ahead of him, you know what I mean? So I hope everything ends up being okay for him, and he's back. But it's just crazy what he's going to go through. It's real as fuck.
So Roman will be out. Alexa is hurt. Bryan and Cena refuse to go to Crown next week's of WWE's are going to be a fiesta.
Yeah, did you hear about this? First of all, PA the Baker, what's up, man? So the Baker, thanks for the donation, man. Yeah, apparently Cena and Daniel Bryan don't want to go or aren't going to Crown Jewel. What's up with that?
Yeah, he said that he's not comfortable going, and Same thing with Daniel Bryan. I mean, if anybody was going to speak out, they needed some locker room leaders, some people big. You know, no one was going to care if R-Truth really said, hey, I don't feel comfortable going. So hearing this, you know, and their refusal to go, I mean, they haven't said anything publicly that I've heard. This is all coming from Robbie Fox from Barstool Sports, I believe. He tweeted out saying, I was just told Reigns is currently injured. This came this morning, or this afternoon, actually. And he said, Cena and Bryan are refusing to work the Saudi show. Many on the current WWE roster have expressed concern with going as well, but obviously not all of them have the power like Cena and Bryan. And this was also backed up by Bryan Alvarez afterwards, so...
Wow.
It seems believable. John Cena posted a cryptic message, they said afterwards. He said, believe in what you say and what you do. If you say and do things just to create an image out of what you want people to think, over time they will eventually see who you really are. Wow. So he's basically saying practice what you preach and believe it too, or people will eventually see through you. So perhaps we won't be seeing him at Saudi Arabia, you know, in Crown Jewel.
Yeah, maybe not. That's really weird.
It's a very...
And he just signed, too. That's the weirder thing, too.
Yeah, it's a very oddly timed message and way for him to post it without, like, directly referencing. But Saudi did come out and say, yes, we did kill Shuggy. It was an accident, though. They said it was an accident. But they did admit to killing him.
Their whole thing is weird. Like, they got caught.
That is.
They got caught, and now they got to come up with something. Hey, 336, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, man? What do you got?
I can really see what they're gonna do with it. The whole Dean Ambrose thing. I see a triple threat match for the IC title coming up.
With him and like Dolph and Seth or somebody?
Yep.
Yeah, it probably could be what they do. I could see that, but hopefully they focus more on Seth and Dean, I'm hoping. You know? I mean, I don't know, maybe. That would be weird. I almost just want them to go at it together, like, or whatever, you know? I don't even want... Hey, I get to look at... Leah, I get to look at you on Facebook with my last name. Look at that. Leah Cronin. Take that.
Oh, I thought you were taking her last name.
No, people really thought I was going to take her last name. But no, that didn't happen.
Damn.
Yeah, take that, baby. Take my last name. What a great weekend. We talked about it on Corrupted on Patreon if anybody's interested. It looks like Scott McKinnon was saying I look like an 1800s blacksmith or something. I think he's right. I think I do look, it looks funny. Plus I had a pocket watch that was really, it made me look like a 1800s blacksmith. Again.
It's a good look. I liked it.
Blacksmith. Except for I couldn't build a fucking anything. Like a book. I couldn't build a bookshelf.
Couldn't cobble a shoe together to save my life.
Couldn't build a goddamn bookshelf. We talked about it on Monetize This too, which I don't know if I don't think Monetize This is back yet, but it will be up soon.
Not yet. At least as a few hours ago, it wasn't still.
Yeah, it will be up. Yeah, I didn't want to Mike Kanellis myself. Next thing you know, I'm fucking taking her name. I'm hooked on drugs and I can't get booked. You know, fuck that. No, I'm not doing. But the good news is, coming out on the other side of that is I become ripped, and I take over 205 Live,
all the abs.
Yeah, so there's a happy ending to that. But you know, so would I want to go through the?
Somebody say happy ending?
Yeah, open your mouth. No, let's play a couple more of these.
Play Doctor. Is that what we're going with
yeah,
this?
Dude, I'll play Doctor on your fucking.
I got the forceps.
Super chat. Your sphincter. Super chat.
I feel bad for Roman. It sucks that this happened.
Casey Rose, thank you, Casey, for the $2 super chat. Mwah. Yeah, this is horrible for Roman. I don't like it. I'm not happy. It's really fucking awful. It makes everything worse too. It's not good. Unfortunately, it's just not. It's fucking awful, dude. I can't be said enough about how terrible this is. Nobody wants to see this happen to somebody. Gaming, unless you're psycho. Gaming, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Let a few more of these donations come in.
There's a wrestling news site on Twitter that says Roman still sucks. I can't say I feel bad. You know, everything he has been given to him.
I mean, he has been given a lot.
It has nothing to do with this.
What does that matter in this instance?
Yeah, dude, he's got like.
The other.
Hey Joe and Jake, part of me wants this to be a work because I never like to hear people having shit like this. I may hate the character, but I don't hate the guy.
Yeah, Broken Lion. That's it, man.
person that wrote that article was like, if their point was trying to convey that, you know, if the company was going to try and use it or some shit, or I don't know, like that it was going to change the fans' outlook on him entirely, then that wouldn't be the case. I could see that point of view. Like, he's still going to quote unquote suck in some ways.
I got everyone's fucking addresses.
Wrong timing for that kind of article.
WTF, Roman has to stay out and the Shield breaks up. Guess they really do it for Roman. Hope he gets well soon.
Dope Dubs Productions. Thanks, man, for the $5 super chat. Yeah, I hope he does.
Yeah, because I mean, people are gonna feel bad and everything, and you know, he's a human being, but they still aren't gonna want to see him wrestle, and that's one thing. I think the company will try and use this as like, well, now he's gonna be the champion, WrestleMania 30, whatever, and it'll, you know,
he'll come back at a WrestleMania like the line. He really is Superman. He defeated cancer, but tonight he defeated Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. And he,
no, even better, they have him come like he leaves one of his treatments, like he just fucking rips the shit. I just fucking.
Oh my god, dude!
He's stumbling around and shit. He's a little fucked up, but he comes.
Retire the Universal title. It's bad luck to.
Mario Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Yeah, the curse of the title. What the fuck? What's the list of people that have been injured by this title? Huck Finn, thanks for subbing to the channel. What's up, Huck Finn? Yeah, there's a crazy list of people that have been injured, right? And it all started with Finn Balor immediately.
Finn Balor had it, and then Kevin Owens had it for quite some time.
Yeah.
Goldberg, Brock Lesnar.
Despite how bad the wrestling product has been for WWE, 2018 is one of the most memorable years in wrestling history. Who would have thought that we will see Roman having to leave for a while and Daniel Bryan coming out of retirement in the same year? Amazing.
JD Venom, thank you, JD Venom, for the $5 and becoming a $5 ShiBUM, and JD Venom for being a supporter for a long time and donating. But I really disagree. I feel like 2018 has been very forgettable in many ways. Like, it's been...
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every year's been, like,
How
barely
about
memorable,
that beautiful guitar
crazy.
shot from Elias?
Yeah, that was great. I really enjoyed Elias tonight. Gorilla Strong.
Yeah.
Go, Gorilla.
It's been most convoluted this year, right? Like...
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever remember 2017, 18, or maybe...
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like, it really, like, the last things I remember is when, like, Brock Lesnar and Cena kind of shit. Like, when they had a couple major things that were kind of big deals that happened. But other than that, everything fizzled.
The few things that would have stood out, they've ruined, honestly. Like
even
The Undertaker retiring. When he went ahead and lowered into the stage and left his gear.
I got everyone's fucking addresses, Mon.
Just kidding, this Raw was shit, but again, get well, Joe. 3/10 hashtag Fook Cancer.
Yeah.
3 out of 10 Fook Cancer.
Fook.
Thank you, John Wills. I agree, man. Yeah, he's kidding. That was, man.
I want to see, like, 4-year-olds or even toddlers, like, in a onesie that just says, fuck cancer.
Yeah, I think they make
like
those.
Everybody rocking that shit.
They make them. Those kids look terrified tonight, dude. Those kids, dude. This was a raping for a Shield fan, dude. Roman, the kids are like, oh my god, Roman has cancer. Dean just turned on Seth. What the fuck is going on? I just bought the Shield shirt.
I saw several children and women crying. You know, so I mean,
did you hear the plant in the crowd that was saying exactly what the commentator was like, on this night?
Yeah,
I did hear that.
Missed the
That's
thank
fucking
you.
ridiculous that they had that.
It was, dude. It was what, like, if you really, like, if you're a younger fan, under 13 or 14, this night was fucking anxiety. Like, give it a hell yeah! No lie.
This is terrible. I just hope he makes a full recovery and comes back to get the runny.
They
always deserved, but could never get due to a crap salad of a push by WWE. Hope he comes back better than ever. Dean Turn was good.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Stowe Code, Steve Boston.
Dean should have fucking, like, I don't know. I was watching it on a stream, so it was kind of going out. He didn't attack Roman at all, did he?
No, yeah. No.
Okay, like that. I was like, they should have went there with it, like, a little bit. That would have been, I don't know, maybe the fans would have been too pussy for that.
It's been 8 years this November since having a tumor taken out of my neck.
Damn.
Whoa.
Dealing with that shit for 11 months definitely teaches a lot.
Yeah.
All I can say is I kicked his ass and have a 2-inch victory scar on my neck. Hashtag fuck cancer and this.
Fuck cancer in the ass. Bad Omen, thank you, Bad Omen, man, for the 888.
There's two things. I've talked about this with my mom, and I talked about it with a nurse friend of mine. Like, the two worst things are, and they're neck and neck, is like cancer and Alzheimer's. They're fucking like the way they rob somebody of themselves, right in front of you. They rob they're just terrible.
Yeah.
All of it. It's amazing how it kind of brings everyone together, though, when something like this happens. Everyone gets on like the same page, like empathy. I kind of like that, at least.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean, it's just
Silver
fucking
lining.
awful. This dude has like little kids and stuff. Like I don't care if he ever comes back to wrestling. I just don't, be okay. That's all you want. Someone to be okay. Like, that's why none of this shit matters about what you cheered for, didn't cheer for. If you think Bruce Willis doesn't deserve roles that he gets or whatever, but he gets cancer, Bruce Willis, like, you might think, you're not going to be like, fuck him because of all his roles. I still hate him.
Died my ass.
Yeah, Val Kilmer, dealing with
Val
throat
Kilmer.
cancer.
Dude, that's awful.
You were a shitty Batman. I hope you die of throat cancer. That's come on. That's what you get, from people.
No, it's funny to say when they don't have it. It's not funny to really wish it. It's funny to say that as a joke. It's not funny if it happens. It's just like anything else. It's funny if you call some random dude like you fag ass or something. Who cares? Like, it's just a stupid funny word. If you actually call somebody who's like gay that's hateful. That's fucked up. It's the same thing as how you do things is different, But yeah, you wouldn't actually want to say that to somebody. But Dean looks good as a heel. They really got the heat for the most part because it was so emotional.
I was trying to hear what he said too. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off there.
He said a bunch of shit. He was like, he's like, you deserve this. You knew this was coming. He actually sounded like, believe it or not, dude, he reminded me of Scott McKinnon. He sounded like Scott McKinnon. He was like, you knew this was coming. You even said it. You said this would happen. It was fucking.
It was my Comcast or WWE or something, but it kept cutting out, and not like the audio cutting out, like the show kept pausing and freezing. So I was trying to pick up what was being said, but I couldn't catch it all. So yeah, I wasn't quite sure what he said there. I wonder what they're going to play up on this, but at least it gives us something to look forward to. But I feel like this was the build to Crown Jewel, not Evolution. I mean, we had Lita and Trish here tonight, and they're in the back doing a crap,
That's how we did the
30-second
attitude
interview.
there, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what we got, and they start to get beat down. Then they beat down Mickey, and it's like, come on, Alicia Fox is going to fill in, okay, if that's the case, but I don't know. It doesn't feel special. It feels like they overlooked Evolution entirely.
We're having a huge subscription party tonight, over 100 subs tonight, so get on board and hit that red sub button down below and join the shit. By the way, Tommy, I see you're still watching, man. I'm glad you're still here, Tommy. Everybody take bets on which one of his 4 parents goes first. Okay.
Imagine if Leah was stomping on him and she's just like, yeah, back in the Attitude Era, man, we had real fucking tag teams, and we fucked all of them.
We slept with every one of them.
We slept with everybody.
Brandon said that tonight there was signs getting handed to some people in the crowd that said, "We want women's tag titles."
What, really?
So
they handed out those signs?
They had plants in the audience being handed signs that said, "We want women's tag titles."
Do you think they're going to announce that at the show? Because they never.
I think it is going to be announced at the show because they don't really have much going at the show. It kind of seems like it needs some sort of big headline, women's tag team titles announced on, Evolution pay-per-view. So
yeah,
I mean, really, what do they have going for them? That's there's no real big surprise. They've already blew their load as to who's going to be there and what's going to happen, and the matches have pretty perceivable outcomes. You kind of can already figure who's going to win and lose. It's pretty clear cut.
I mean,
so.
Deacon Tony Williams on Twitter hit me up at CorruptedPod on Twitter, and Deacon said, this is the dumbest heel turn. He meant heel turn.
On him, and she's just like, yeah, back in the Attitude Era, man, we had real fucking tag teams, and we fucked all of them.
We slept with every one of them.
We slept with everybody.
Brandon said that tonight there was signs getting handed to some people in the crowd that said, "We want women's tag titles."
What, really?
So
they handed out those signs?
They had plants in the audience being handed signs that said, "We want women's tag titles."
Do you think they're going to announce that at the show? Because they never.
I think it is going to be announced at the show because they don't really have much going at the show. It kind of seems like it needs some sort of big headline, women's tag team titles announced on, Evolution pay-per-view. So
yeah,
I mean, really, what do they have going for them that's? There's no real big surprise. They've already blew their load as to who's going to be there and what's going to happen, and the matches have pretty perceivable outcomes. You kind of can already figure who's going to win and lose. It's pretty clear cut.
I mean,
so.
Deacon Tony Williams on Twitter hit me up at CorruptedPod on Twitter, and Deacon said this is the dumbest heel turn. He meant heel turn. WWE sucks ass, and I wouldn't doubt they put the belt back on Brock. I don't think this is the dumbest heel turn. I don't know why. I suppose some people would be mad at this, and it is a little bit like, whoa. But, I mean, they've been setting this up, and,
it was supposed to happen. It was written in the stars for quite a long time now.
Don't bring that song back. Take it easy. I don't want that WrestleMania
Dean was
back.
definitely turning heel at some point. And, I mean, I really didn't think they were going to go through with it anymore, though. I love that they fooled us. They got us. At least I admit I was fooled. I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it either, especially because of what happened. We actually forgot about it. Had they done this normally, it might have been like, oh, we knew this was coming. But because of what happened
the fact
tonight,
that they won, did it for Roman, and then, the celebration starts and bam, just out of nowhere. Perfect. Shock factor not out the window. Suck on that, Cody.
Where is it? When does it happen? I mean, I should probably fucking find the clip I put up.
Where is it? Do you want me to?
Oh, here it is.
No.
There's JD shitting on Roman Reigns.
He was pretty terrible. I think Lex Luger should have won the belt over him at
Dude, the look on my face right now, everyone else is having a fun time. I mean, JD's rolling his eyes too, but like these guys are all having fun, kind of like, oh shit, this is funny. But I think me and JD are in physical agony, and I'm really in some agony. I don't know,
your soul to hear, yeah.
And I'm not even a big Bret Hart.
And he should have won it. That's it. I'm killing myself. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Joe. This could work. What have I done?
Now, after I dove off the stage, I really dove. I splattered. If there was a video, it's too bad there's no video from the other side, because I splattered, then rolled and flipped and sold the whole thing crazy. And it was kind of funny. It was, and then there was these big things above us, like Star Trek. They were going to beam us up into space. This was the biggest thing I took away from this show, was these things. Look at this, we're on Enterprise, and any minute I'm going to get beamed up. But yeah, that was a lot of fun down there. But yeah, so whenever I think of that WrestleMania, doing WrestleCon, having fun at WrestleCon, and meeting everybody, and hanging out with the Hardys, and JD and me, and we fucking molested Grimm's Toy Show, and had sex with Adam Blampier, who tried to get me to send him dick pics.
Tommy breaking in your room.
Tommy threatening us at the end.
Yeah, scary.
That was very scary, because he kept approaching the stage. I'm like, is this where he's going to choose to, like murder me and bomb us? Is this where he's going to... Oh, here's the video right here. Look at the fucking thumbnail, dude. The thumbnail. Look at my face, dude. I'm so fucking... I'm bewildered right there. I'm so fucked up right there from this. This is the video, the cut one. This is great. Then we're going to take your phone calls, guys. Obviously, crazy stuff. Roman Reigns going to battle leukemia, cancer, and Dean Ambrose turns heel all in one night. We're going to take your phone calls in a minute.
You say this?
No, I'll say it. I'm going to say it.
1, 2, 3.
I don't really care for Bret Hart that much.
Bret Hart is the most overrated champion of all. He did one thing really good that a lot of other people did better, and he was a black hole of charisma,
He was the top wrestler in a downtime, and yeah, that's our thing.
Hit the bar, play the star everywhere I went.
I think Lex Luger should have won the belt over him at That's it, I'm killing myself. This kid can work. What have I done?
Adam Blumpier, this kid can work.
I go to Google WWE Evolution card. As soon as I finish typing in Evolution, it just comes up canceled. That's the first suggestion. That's bad.
I've seen that. Bad. I've seen that. I've heard that it's been.
That's the first auto suggestion.
Because
canceled?
Because a couple of those shitty websites, like bad wrestling news sites, like ran with that. Like they ran with
because
it.
they said the VIP thing is canceled. They're like, oh, Evolution canceled. Fuck your clickbait. But still, people believe that it's canceled because it's been just they've advertised. I feel Total Divas more than Evolution lately.
Oh yeah, dude. It's weird.
What did we get tonight? Going to Raw, we got Nia Jax versus Tamina versus Ember Moon versus Dana Brooke.
Yeah,
that's in 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Yeah, a garbage.
That was the only thing they did on in the ring to sell the show.
What's the card?
Matches.
Real quick, like what's the card really of Evolution? Do you have
so
pull that up and run through real quick?
Championship.
Run through it. Like I want to see. Does this
Ronda
make me
Rousey,
happy?
Nikki Bella. Then we have Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. That's a last women standing match. I'm sure that'll be good, but we've seen it quite a few times, so they're really going to have to, improve, their match, length here and pull out all the stops. We have Trish and Lita taking on Alexa, possibly, and Mickie James. Then we have Sasha and Bayley and Natalya versus the Riot Squad. We have the NXT Women's Championship, Kairi Sane against Shayna Baszler. That'll be good.
Right.
We have the Mae Young Classic final. And we have a Women's Battle Royal and the NXT UK Women's Championship. And that's it.
Wow. I mean, dude, it's just not like...
the Battle Royal, we got Tamina Snuka, the Iconic Duo, or the Iconics, Ember Moon, Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Asuka, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Lana, Naomi, Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool, Medusa, Molly Holly, Ivory, Kelly, and Maria Kanellis.
Right.
So some decent returning female stars and the rest of the undercard.
I mean, it's okay. It's just like there's been really not a lot of promotion. The whole promotion is first women's thing and Evolution and women's, but there's no focus on individual matches. Like I feel like we really, I mean, there has been, but not enough. I mean, the Ronda story is the biggest thing, right? I mean, what else? And maybe
it's supposed to be, but it doesn't feel that way.
It just feels like they could have really had a sort of, like there should have been special. There should have been at least 3 matches that you were like, wow, here we go for Evolution. But I think they're sort of trying to sell it more based on the idea that it's the first women's pay-per-view and not the individual matches, because they don't have time in between doing all this other shit, including Crown Jewel, to get these matches over the right way.
Yeah, this is just bragging rights to say, see, we love our women. We pay attention to them. We'll do anything for them. They even had their own pay-per-view. We do care about them. So when they go back to Saudi twice in 1 year and the women can't be featured at all, they can say, but look, the women got their own show. But all of their focus has been on Crown Jewel.
Yeah. And the women going to have their own Rumble this year, or is this Rumble? This Rumble doesn't count, is it? So they're going to still have...
But this Rumble has the stipulation of the Royal Rumble, where if you win, you get a women's championship.
So maybe there's no women's Rumble this year at the Royal Rumble. Maybe this is their Rumble.
It's kind of silly if there is a women's Rumble, because that's what they're doing on this show.
Yeah, I don't get it then. Well, there's 2 titles, so maybe...
Yeah, I mean, but you get the choice of who you want to face, which was said on like one of the Snapchat stories.
A little bizarre.
But that might change, as you can only do it per your brand. But they haven't specified. And the problem with the main event of Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella is that they haven't made Nikki look like a credible threat whatsoever. What, she's going to have Brie interfere? We've seen Ronda take on 4 and 5 security guards and Triple H, and, we've seen her put Kurt Angle through tables, and, it's like, how is the Bella twins going to stop her? They should have said like, "Oh wow, Nikki knows her kryptonite. She's able to counter the armbar, and she's been studying jiu-jitsu, and she knows, you know, how to you know, use a proper defense against Ronda Rousey, and she's been studying and working hard and training." And instead, they just come out and bitch and bicker back and forth at each other. So maybe they'll do the kind of twin magic thing, and Brie will get involved. Yeah, that's all well and good, but even still, it's the Bella Twins against Ronda, and Ronda's destroyed everybody in her path. How she can lose is beyond me at this point. It's not interesting. Nothing on here is really shining as a great. You know, they should have held off from Hell in a Cell and had Becky and Charlotte face here. Had they not faced each other on SmackDown and on pay-per-view and SmackDown multiple times, this would have had more of a draw to it. Would have had a little bit more gravitas, more weight. But when you get the same matches over and over, that's the problem. Same thing with tonight with the tag title match. It was a good match, but we've seen these guys fight each other for the past year and a half, almost 2 years, it feels like.
I put out a poll. I put out a wrestling question comment on Patreon. So you guys who are patrons, check it out. If you've got a question, put it in there, and I'll answer a couple of those tonight as well for the patrons. Obviously, you guys really support the channel. If you like what I do here, you want me to keep doing it, obviously get over and check out patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and become a patron of the show. Plus, there's a bunch of tiers and bonus shit for all you guys. Doing Skype calls with me, doing broadcasts with me. I'll help you with your YouTube channel. We'll promote your products. Of course, there's over 30 hours of bonus podcasting and audio and shit, and my NXT reviews coming up there tomorrow. Or Wednesday, a bunch of stuff. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. $5 a month, you get 30 hours of bonus content. It's a bunch of shit you get for that if you want to check out Patreon. Let's go real quick to Generated's on the phone. What's up, Generated?
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Roman come out tonight, I was like, okay, why is he wearing street clothes? I honestly thought he was just gonna cut a promo about like Crown Jewel or something in street clothes and just not perform tonight.
Right.
But
I thought he was gonna say he was injured. But
yeah,
no.
I'm touching my privates.
His speech touched me though in a way, and it's really weird to say because I'm not a big Roman fan, but once I saw him in the street clothes, I was interested. And then he said he has leukemia, and he was talking all this stuff. I'm like, this just comes to show you that life can end at any minute.
Yeah,
you can get a news flash like tomorrow. You can be coughing up blood. You could go to like the hospital, and it'll be like, yeah, you have cancer. You only have 5 days to live.
Yeah, it can happen.
That's how unfortunate like life can be sometimes.
You can get hit by a bus tomorrow. You get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Yeah, really. You can get attacked by a terrorist. You can anything happen. But you know, my heart's towards Roman Reigns and everyone, you know, and his family, the Usos, etc., etc. But hey, on a brighter note, ECW fans better rejoice because December to Dismember will no longer be the lowest selling pay-per-view of all time starting Sunday.
Yeah, Evolution might just take that.
As far as regular ticket sales or pay-per-view?
Both.
I mean, I'm sure Impact they probably don't count that. You're counting WWE only, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm counting WWE.
Okay, yeah, it probably will
December
be.
to Dismember was the lowest selling pay-per-view of all time for WWE.
Yeah, it probably will be. Probably will be this one.
So ECW fans better rejoice because it's going to happen.
You're happy. Talk about a weird thing too. It just.
There's a bit here too. It says exclusive on Ringside News. I just saw that this was posted recently. It said John Cena and Daniel Bryan's reasons for not wanting to work WWE Crown Jewel. And it says here, John Cena is a huge movie star, and he's already compared and slated to possibly become one of the biggest office draws next to The Rock.
Yeah, he can't be seen there.
Yeah, so they're saying that his association with the country already is ill-timed. He has contract issues with him going there now. Like, he can't be representing the movie Bumblebee and things like that going forward. So it might not just be his personal issues and reasons as it might be as well, you know, his Hollywood status.
You have to be terrified if you're in Hollywood right now. You can't do anything against the political correctness or the Hollywood agenda. You know, we talked about the comedian Owen Benjamin that we've been laughing at. Like, he had to leave California because of his political views. Like, in his, he's sort of a liberal who became a little bit right-wing just because of what's going on, and he kind of spoke out against bullshit. And Hollywood just cast him aside. If they get any sniff that you're a right-winger or a conservative or even supporting a little bit anything on the right at all, they label you like a crazy Nazi and a racist, a psycho, and you're just like fucking cut the fuck off from Hollywood. It's fucking scary. Okay,
Yeah,
like, dude, it is so scary. I'm not even a conservative person, but it's wrong. Like, what
One
fucking
unfounded
these people?
guilty verdict in the court of public opinion, and you're screwed.
Yeah, it's so fucked up. This world
You don't
right
have
now
to do
is
anything
fucked.
wrong. They just have to label you as guilty, and you're done for.
Yeah, you just get your finger pointed at you, and you're screwed. Like, and it's like, what the hell? I didn't do anything. And then people just start coming at you, and you should be killed. Like, there's something very dangerous happening in this country right now. Hopefully it backs off and goes away soon, because it's very dangerous. And yeah, you could see why John Cena wouldn't want to go to Saudi Arabia now, because
they're
of that
saying
shit.
that's why The Rock was supposed to appear at WWE's SmackDown 1000, episode there. But there's a huge bit of speculation saying that because of WWE's deal with the Saudi Arabian government, that's why he didn't show up.
Yeah. I get
Originally, he was slated to show, and this was set up around SummerSlam time.
And
we heard then that The Rock might have a program with WWE, and then it was going to start and be built at SmackDown 1000. And then The Rock didn't show, and we only got a tweet a couple hours before the show went live, and him saying congratulations. But even then, it was very mild. There wasn't a video message. It wasn't this big congratulatory thing. It was just like him minorly paying respects. So that makes sense if he didn't show up because of the Saudi deal, because you can't have that nowadays where you're trying to become this big blockbuster. They're not trying. He's a huge blockbuster draw, and then you have ties with the Saudi government. It certainly is a bad look. So
Did you guys hear what the Saudi government said recently about the
about how he was jumped or whatever?
No, like, they said he died from a fist fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why didn't they say that?
They were like, oh, we have to wait for the body. And then they said, by the time they were waiting for it, the whole place was already, the crime scene was already cleaned up and everything. So I can't blame John Cena for saying, listen, I'm not going to go to a place where they can easily twist and lie their way out of problems. But the only sad thing is that once I saw the John Cena thing, literally the first thing that came out of my mouth was, Roman Reigns is going to be in this, isn't he?
Oh, what? Wait, and be in what?
The World Cup.
Oh, well, I mean,
he would pull double duty and be in the World Cup and the Universal title match.
If Cena wasn't showing up.
Yeah.
I
mean, I would have thought they'd make Braun or something. Well, was Braun? Who was facing Roman? Was it Braun? I didn't even remember.
Yeah, it was Braun and Brock and Roman in the triple threat.
Braun, Brock, and Roman. That's right. Okay, yes. I don't think that would have happened. I don't think he would have pulled double duty. I think they give it to probably I said they would either give it to an old school wrestler or somebody who's at least a tenured because the people know who they are, or
somebody that got eliminated that was already in the tournament. They would have found a way to
somebody local or something.
Like Shinsuke Nakamura.
Rusev, somebody like that.
No, I mean, I would expect Jeff Hardy or Randy Orton or somebody.
Well, Jeff Hardy and Orton are in it, so I would say probably Rusev or
Nakamura.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Nakamura needs to be. I don't know why they didn't put Nakamura in the tournament, but
yeah, an All-American World Cup.
Well, because it's World, so I mean, they got somebody from Japan. Generated, thanks for the call, man. I got so much shit going on. Let me move to a couple donations real quick, see what's up. And we got a lot of people subscribing to the channel tonight, so thank you guys for subbing to the channel. Spooky Master, thanks for subbing, man. Have a beer on us. Drink some beer, drink some wine, drink your own juice if you want down below. You can make that happen too.
Super chat.
To Joe Cronin, well, here you go.
Brahmakian Productions, thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Thanks for the tip. We got a lot of these coming in. It's a crazy night, man. It's
Fuck yeah, I got everyone's addresses, man. I got everyone's fucking addresses, man.
This is like Goldust becoming Black Rain in TNA. Heartless sob slob. This puts Chester to shame. I'll vote for Necro Tommy.
The Goon. Thank you, Goon. Thanks for the donation, Goon. We'll tell Tommy that, see what he thinks. Yeah, Apu coming out of The Simpsons was fucked up. The whole world's gone nuts, dude. The whole world's gone oversensitive crazy. It's not cool to be an actual fucking asshole, but it's also not cool to be oversensitive and stupid about everything. It's like, get a helmet.
It's like either extreme is fucked, you know?
Yeah, put on a helmet, dude. You're going to have trouble in life. We're going to have a lot of babies. We're going to have more shootings and stuff if you keep babying people to a stupid, ridiculous length.
Give it a hell yeah!
Hi, Joe, Jake, and gay-ass clown violent gay a.k.a. Tommy. I guess that Tommy sold the clown mask because he has clown makeup.
Yeah.
Wonder if he gave it a bargain price or raped the person who bought.
Oh, my God. Casey is raw. What's up? Thanks for the 316. Austin donation. Yeah, Tommy never wears that mask. Now he just paints his face with makeup that costs $4. Which is what I told him to do in the first place.
Hell yeah!
Look at the tweet I tagged you in, a classless, low-life piece of shit. Expose this man.
Look at the tweet I tagged you in, class, low-life piece of shit. I don't know who you tagged me in. I'll go look at it. But.
That was the person I said before that was saying that, Roman basically was handed everything and deserved this. So.
Oh, that's... Whoever said that's a fucking, an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Just
you deserve it. I hope your fucking website takes a shit on itself. I hope somebody hacks your website.
Pour me a beer. You've got a new subscriber.
Almighty SOS, thanks for subbing to the channel. I'm not a Roman fan at all, but that's a character, and this is a real guy who's got cancer, leukemia, and it's going to be fucked up. So anybody that thinks he deserves it because his character wasn't good, or you didn't like his character, they're out of their minds. It's got to be a kid or something. Doom Cinemas.
Beard Gang was there live. He said that heel turn was friggin' epic in person. He said, I feel like I'm the only one who cheered.
Maybe. Yeah, because they had people pretty good.
Super chat.
Yeah. Super
chat.
I bet Roman will win the Rumble.
I know a lot of people who are skeptical about this still are like, if he comes back and wins the Rumble, it's unlikely that he'll make it back for the Rumble. Very, very, very unlikely.
Fuck yeah, I got everyone's addresses, man. I got everyone's fucking addresses, man.
Play for whom the bell tolls.
Bramakian Productions, thank you for the $5 super chat, but I cannot play that because that will certainly be a copyright content music problem. So I'd love to play it, but I can't. Let's take a couple more of these, and then we'll get back to the phone calls. And they're coming in, man. We're all dealing with this issue tonight. I can't believe that, and also
all got Roman pains.
Oh, Jesus. Also crapping on people like who usually crap on Romans, like, because they don't like the character and stuff like that. Saying those people are assholes now because he suddenly got cancer. Like, that's not right either. I mean, come on.
No, you're only an asshole if you, say he deserved it or some shit.
Yeah.
Party!
Joe and Jake, what if Ambrose pissed in the ring Brian Pillman style?
William Jones, thanks, man. Imagine if he stood over and just pissed on Seth. Or just...
He peed on you, kid.
He peed on you, kid. Remember, it looked like JIZZ, though.
That was great.
The snake pissed all over him.
He was smiling. Ambrose couldn't, he was supposed to be selling, being, out, and he was smiling the whole time.
Yeah. It probably smelled like jizz. Yeah, he should have brought a cup out there and dumped cup on him and said it was his warm piss.
Why does it smell like Jake?
Like the Antifa people. Why does it smell like Jake? Because it's love. Oh, shit!
Oh my God, I love Seth Rollins.
I heard that one in a while.
Hey Joe and Jake, is there any plans for a Wrestling Darlings 2019? Or are you guys planning on doing anything specific for Wrestlemania 35 weekend?
Yes.
I got tickets for Raw MJPWG1 SUPERCARD. Hope to see you guys that weekend. Would love to meet you guys.
Walmart Associate, absolutely. WrestleMania 35 in New York. Thank you for the $25, by the way. Haven't heard that $25 donation in a little while. Thank you for that. Nathan, thanks for subbing. Yes, we do have plans for WrestleMania. Possibly at Wrestlecon. We'll be at Wrestlecon, probably. And also, we plan on probably having 2 events and possibly having a bar and a party and whatever the fuck, and we'll be hanging out with my whole crew. Ken and everybody probably be with me also. It will be a huge party in New York, WrestleMania, absolutely. I'll probably be there all week potentially. So it will be a big situation, WrestleMania this year. We will definitely meet you and meet everybody we can. It will be fun, and it will be big, and I will be long down there. I'm going to take the phone calls now, and then there's probably a couple little things we want to get to, and you guys can still donate if you like. Love to have you support the show. Thank you guys so much for keeping my show on the air, because YouTube doesn't pay us shit anymore, so it's only you guys that do it. 209, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
How's it going?
Coffee high.
Hey, I wanted to kind of talk about the leukemia thing a little bit. I have that in my family.
Yeah.
My dad is actually... What's that?
No, I just said yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, my dad actually was diagnosed with it maybe about, I want to say about 4 years ago. He got into a pretty bad car accident, and when they took him in, they noticed the white blood cell count was off. So I kind of know a little bit about it because, as a son, you kind of have to. You want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And there's a couple different kinds of forms of leukemia. I think the one thing that's working in his favor, as far as Roman goes, they caught it early on, 22 years old, which means they probably caught it when he was playing football because, they go through a lot of tests and physicals and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was in remission for 11 years probably means it's not an aggressive form of leukemia, so that's good, obviously.
Right.
One of the things that the doctor was telling my dad was probably starting in about 2012, 13, that they've made huge advances in the treatment of leukemia. So my dad, who has, leukemia, and, he's never had to go through radiation or chemo. They have a bunch of different forms of these pills that it's very, very new, medication. And the first one he tried, which they said was the best, worked. Wow. Basically what the pill does
I've heard that recently about that. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, what it does is it stops the cells from mutating.
Yeah.
So basically it just creates,
eventually your blood filtering itself and changing, and then doesn't start multiplying, and then it eventually is filtered out and it's gone. So is that what you're saying?
What happens is when you have leukemia, I think in your bone marrow, it causes the blood cells that are being created to come out mutated.
Right.
When this pill he takes, it makes it so they're not being mutated at all. So he's got to go back. We live in California.
Yeah.
So Stanford is considered one of the best places for oncology.
Right.
So we're fortunate that that's where he goes. And
right.
He goes back maybe every 6 months and they check his numbers. And they said, because of this medication, he's had, basically lives a normal life. There's no side effects from the pill. It's super expensive, but he's been able to get it through his insurance, so it's not so bad.
Wait, so he has to keep taking it
once a day.
Wow.
Yeah, medication.
He really they said that you really cannot afford to miss it. You have to take this thing once a day.
How long is that for?
Is that going to be forever, or is it a point where it's like, well, it should be gone?
If he stops taking it, if he stops taking it at any point, the cells will start mutating again.
Well, okay, so but here's my question: why? So, but what do they do when people get chemo? Because if people get chemotherapy, the chemo will eradicate it forever, but this pill will only eradicate it if you keep taking the pill.
No, but it doesn't. But apparently, I don't think the pill just works on every form of leukemia.
Okay.
It's just the one that my dad had wasn't a very aggressive one, and they caught it early. That's why I'm saying, in Roman's case, because they caught it pretty early on in his life and it's been in remission for so long, it's probably not, acute leukemia that's very aggressive. So maybe because they've made all these advances since he was diagnosed, I'm pretty confident, knowing what I know, that chances are there's going to be medication out there that doctors can introduce him to and have him try to keep this thing in check.
Yeah.
Just knowing what I know and how my dad went through it, I'm hopeful that it's not going to be a situation where he's gone for a year or whatever. So I just wanted to kind of throw it out there just so people are just hope, It sucks. I'm not a Roman fan, but I feel for the guy. He's a human being. I just hate the character. I think we all kind of have gotten that out there. We all feel the same way about him.
Well, I mean, even looking at leukemia, it's it says it does the rates are up. They used to be 40%. It's 60 to 70% now for survival of leukemia now. I mean,
they're considering it no longer to be a death sentence. And like you said, I'm looking more into this, and there's different treatments now, as you had mentioned, with your father and whatnot, that do not so much mask the symptoms, but they go ahead and they keep it from progressing and worsening. And they don't have to go and use chemotherapy to go ahead and eradicate it from your body, because chemo is poison. It destroys your body.
Yeah.
It diminishes your blood cells over time. It reduces your body's it's an immunosuppressant, so it kills your body's ability to fight infections, and there's so many more symptoms that become problematic when you go through chemo. That's what usually makes people worse off, is the chemotherapy and the treatment. So
right. Yeah, so I mean, it looks
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It just could take a while, with whatever he's got. We don't know. 973, what's up?
Hey, I watched the Raw, and I knew this was coming.
What, the Dean Ambrose thing?
Yes.
Well, I mean, they planned it, they set it up, but I mean, I guess a lot of people didn't see it coming tonight because of what happened with Roman.
That was a shock.
On this night.
They really pulled at your heartstrings. They got what they wanted. We haven't had any emotional moments to this level.
I didn't really give a shit because the Shield's not the same Shield.
No, but having Roman, make this heavy announcement early on in the night set the tone for everything to be you saw even Braun come out and say, Roman and I didn't get along, but I'm going to give him his title shot when I win, when he comes back and defeats leukemia.
Until they flipped him again.
Yeah, but, you saw people kind of, nod and agree and show their support in unison for Roman. And the Shield was doing this for him, So when they won, and they won the belts, it's not a single belt, it's a tag team. So they're in unison. They have to work together to defeat opponents. So you're like, all right, they're not going to turn on each other now, and Dean certainly, well, that's what they wanted you to think. So it was just very surprising.
What did they used to fucking call Ambrose? Oh, the lunatic fringe. That's why.
Yeah. JT Haggerty, thanks for subbing, man. And Nathan Harmon, thank you for subbing as well to the channel. What's up? So yeah, I mean, anything else, man, you were thinking about Raw?
No. I can't wait for this Sunday.
For the women's?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be one hell of a pay-per-view on the network.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. Yeah, that's what we thought. And that's the thing. There's not much excitement right now. So
yeah.
At least this was good. This sells me more.
I'm more interested in Seth and
Dean. Yeah, I'm more into Dean and Seth, that storyline, than I was the Shield ever. So this is going to be interesting to see what they go and do from here. So
yeah.
Can you imagine Vince McMahon listening to the pitch on that pill thing though? It's like, what do you mean it doesn't get rid of it? God damn it, get in there!
And, to the caller that called before, it's at Splodum on Twitter. I really hope your dad continues to do well. That's for sure. That's great that they've progressed treatment that much, though, that you can just wake up, take something, and not have to worry about leukemia. That's pretty reassuring.
Yeah, no, I thought I'd heard something recently similar, but with other forms of, they're trying to do that instead of chemo, I guess, or they're moving towards that. I don't know, but if it's unaffordable, that won't work. But shit, chemo's not affordable, man. That shit'll leave you with $1 million bill.
Anybody know what's going on in Salt Lake City right now? Anybody know what's going on in Salt Lake City right now? Leah just said her scanner has 20,000 people listening.
They got children hidden somewhere. They're a bunch of 14-year-old wives.
Are you serious?
Police respond to shooting on University of Utah.
Oh no! Fuck. Another one.
Yeah, I just said it.
See, this is like WWE. You start forgetting which ones are which because there's so many fucking shootings.
Jesus.
It's underway. It's an active shooting scene right now. An alert was sent out asking the campus security to tell the community to secure in place. University of Utah officials said the suspect is black. He's 6'3", 250 pounds, wearing a gray beanie, black pants, white shoes, and a white hoodie.
And usually it's a white guy. That's weird.
He should have been wearing black. What the fuck's he thinking?
So
yeah, right. He's wearing the wrong colors.
Wearing a white.
You know,
it's like
If you're like, yeah, you want whoever you are, you want to wear.
That's great
all
if you're
black.
walking normal, but if you're trying to run from something or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, that explains why my phone's blowing up and stuff.
Yeah, this happened 40 minutes ago, and there's still a lockdown in place. We're looking for more info. Scanner traffic talks about possible gunshot victims found in the parking lot near the medical towers as well.
Oh boy!
Some
Roman
Reigns fan fucking lost it.
Yeah.
So it happened at 10:05. So it'd be 11:05 Eastern, or maybe 12:05. Sorry.
So that should just
12:05. Sorry.
Just happened.
Yeah. So it happened just about 50 minutes ago.
Wow.
Alexa, suck me off. Oh,
it's ongoing though.
They're still looking for the suspect.
They don't know where he is. Jesus. 407. What's up?
Hi, this is Brian Prince. I'm subscribed to you on YouTube. I'm on my channels.
Awesome, man. What's up?
And I've been listening to you guys for like a year now. I love you guys and your reviews and stuff.
Thanks, man.
And I want to talk to you about 3 things from Raw tonight.
Okay.
Of course, the one with Roman Reigns and the chemo stuff. I've had family that died from cancer a couple years ago, like 2013. We had the money to help her, but still, she passed away. She lost the battle.
Oh man, I'm sorry about that. That's awful.
It's terrible. I'm sorry.
And every day, I just think, there's only so much you can do when it comes to fighting cancer and stuff.
It's hard, man. If I may ask, like, because I went through something similar with my stepdad. What stage was it at when they found out?
Stage 2.
Wow. Okay, and it's still that's amazing. Like, because when they found out with my stepdad, it was like basically they told him if there's a stage beyond stage 4, you're it. So he was already long gone. But like in their case, that's amazing. That like usually at stage 2, it's they can like get it. I'm sorry to hear about that, man. That's sad.
It's alright. And also tonight in Raw, I know things started to be different last week. They did have Finn Balor defeat Bobby Lashley, which I thought was
a good match.
Alright, I guess. It's a good match, but it'd be nice if Bobby Lashley at the end of the match or backstage get his heat back by beating the hell out of Finn Balor.
Right.
And then I also
and Finn Balor beat Bobby Lashley. What did you think about that? Because he beat Bobby Lashley. They really cemented him there after this little build of Bobby.
It gave him a whole bunch of credibility. I was very shocked because I really thought Bobby Lashley was going to be the one beating Finn tonight.
Right.
And the main event really shocked me because I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, I didn't. Not tonight. I didn't see it coming. No doubt. Like it was tough tonight.
I thought it was going to happen next week or in 2 weeks. This was their face reign, and then it was turned before the year ended.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I said out loud, thank you for the call, man, and I am sorry about what happened. I said out loud, I said, I'm like, damn, well, there goes Dean's heel turn. I literally said that as they won the belts. I said, well, there goes Dean turning heel. That whole thing was kind of thrown off. Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
what
boom.
do you know?
And that's why I was like, oh, like it was a very surprising thing.
Fuck yeah, I got everyone's addresses, Mon! I got everyone's fucking addresses, Mon!
Okay, why is the United States getting hit with one thing after another this year?
I mean, I don't know.
We're fucking crazy.
We're fucking, yeah, we get hit with one thing after another.
We're all like fucking, everyone's all angst because everybody's like running around with insecurities and unresolved issues and they're blaming everybody, so every fucking buddy's against everybody else.
Nobody has...
Does that answer your question?
Because nobody's got no one's got a dad to slap them around.
Or they didn't, or even if they did, they didn't, Yeah,
something happened. But no, I mean, it happens everywhere, man. I mean, other people get tsunamis, we get fucking wacko.
It really is
shit.
like everywhere. I mean, we just don't hear about everybody else's shit. We hear about our own. So.
Who just had
in
the
United
shooting?
States, 1 in every 2 people.
He ended the show by saying he's embarrassed and might delete the episode in resting. Sucks, so does Cronin. I almost feel bad for how sad this is, a haga.
Thank you, Scott, for the donation. I love you. I don't know what you're talking about, Scott, but thank you, bro.
Yeah, 1 in 2 people are either diagnosed with or affected by cancer in the United States.
Jesus.
So you either have it or someone in your family does, obviously. So that's
what was the fucking... sorry.
1 in 2.
Yeah.
So that's
1 in every 2 people either have cancer or your family member.
So yeah, so one eats McDonald's, one doesn't.
It's basically 1 in 3 people has cancer, and 1 in 2 have a family member or someone in their life affected by cancer.
Well, and that's all you need in order to spark your own. That's the scary part. Is my stepdad. His mom had breast cancer. She fucking lived. He went to see her. Like a year later, he's dead.
Right.
From his cancer. Like she survived, but it was because she had breast cancer that his was so aggressive, and his had a mutation to where it could never recover. Like it something. There was some kind of jargon in the fucking medical report. Some of these cancers cannot be. You can't get rid of them, and they won't stop mutate. Like they just won't stop.
Yeah, there's no way to stop the mutation.
He had something in his gene that kept it from healing.
Well, that's why they're doing more gene therapy and course correction with this. They're trying to make sure prevention's.
But they don't stop. But they don't go with make fucking healthy food. Affordable.
They don't talk
That'll
about
start
that
right there with a lot of cancer drop. Then the cells won't get activated. The DNA won't get activated that has the cancer.
You need
As of right now, each year, 12.7 million people discover they have cancer. Out of that stat, 7.6 million of those die from the disease. But I don't want to say only. But only 340,000 of those cases could have been prevented. So out of almost 13 million, only 400,000 could be prevented, they're saying. So, I mean, that's still more than enough. Every life counts, but the top 3 is lung, colon, and then breast cancer.
Statistics are weird to me because, I don't know, I don't know. I feel like they get that shit in a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's so much with food, though. I mean, if you go natural...
That's what it really all boils down to, is a lot of it is food, and then also the cell type, a lot of other shit.
But even people who think they're eating natural shit, it's then it's there's pesticides in it. They're finding pesticides in cereal. You think you're eating healthy with cereal, and it's that's a problem. Yeah. The air's a problem. Other places with air coming over is a problem. There's just so much shit that can give you cancer, and depending on what genes you have that fight off certain things, that's the issue. And then I mean, dude, nanotechnology is going to be huge. Nanotechnology, and then the
being able to
stem
replicate cells and stem cells.
Stem cell and nanotechnology. When you combine those,
you give me some of them stem cells.
You could. You know what though, Jesse? Unfortunately, if they had figured, if it was 30 years from now and you had your problem, there would probably be something that would be able to help rebuild.
Well, they probably have stuff that could help me now. It's just it wouldn't be covered by any insurance. But fuck them, they don't cover what I need now anyway.
Yeah, it'd be so astronomical. And there is some,
but I do there is stem cell stuff. I've never looked into it yet, but I believe you have to raise money for that kind of shit. But there's more possibilities even now.
Yeah, and everything does give you cancer. The food you eat. Do you fly on a plane? Do you use a cell phone? Do you have Wi-Fi in your home? Do you listen to the news? Everything gives you cancer.
Hey, 937, what's up?
Joe Cronin.
What's up?
Oh shit.
I was really watching Raw. I could not believe what I've seen.
With what? With
Which
Roman?
part?
Where Dean turned heel. I couldn't understand it.
Why? They've been
really
setting it up.
Shocked you that much?
But they've been setting it up for weeks. Well, because they did it tonight, or because they did it at all?
Tonight.
Yeah, they did it tonight, and I really felt unhinged.
Yeah,
it certainly was shocking that they decided to do it tonight. You figured that they would play the safest odds. I am as well.
That's a harkening back to their old, that's what they would have done at a lot of periods. Is, not the Attitude Era, but I feel like that's the way. That shows me they got a little bit of fire left, where it's use the organic, whatever's really happening, use it. Don't be disrespectful with it, but use it. It's already there.
If they hadn't have done it, I would have given Raw 1 tonight. So it's a good thing.
I'm glad they did it, because it was the first real fucking thing that they've done in a long time.
Yeah,
honestly.
Very organic and real feeling. I get you.
Yeah. So I mean,
609, what's up?
Hey, what's up? It's Luke Rojas.
Luke Rojas. What's up, Luke?
Fucking jog it off, mate.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, Jake DeMarco?
What's going on,
alive?
bud? I'm still kicking.
Somehow?
I'm still kicking.
Wait, you said that that shooter was a black guy?
Yeah, from
wearing white
university.
Hey man, that's finally some progression in the school shooter community.
Oh my God.
Next, it's gonna be a female. Next, it's gonna be a homosexual.
Oh, wouldn't you just love that though? Like, and she's hot as shit.
Well, we did have one. We did have a woman, right? Because we had the.
I don't want like somebody like in that monster movie.
No.
That's not what I'm talking about.
It has to be a school girl. All right.
Oh, it has to be a school. Okay.
Yeah.
That's progression talking about, and this is great progress for the school.
Like some
shooter.
teacher that got tired of being fucked.
Oh my God.
And Bad Omens also said that there's a possible kidnapping and shooting in Salt Lake, in addition to the gunshot victim found by the medical tower.
Separate or is it related?
Yes. No, separate.
What the fuck?
All in Salt Lake City right now.
Salt Lake, Blood Lake City, more like. What the fuck
Yeah.
is going on over there?
Every once in a while, man. Over there in Utah and Colorado. What's up with that corner of the U.S.? Just Colorado and Utah? Oh, some weird shit.
It's fucking cold.
Somebody wasn't using their right pronouns. They called, he or she, and they lost it.
I'll be right back. I gotta pee real quick.
So, Luke, besides...
I hung up on Luke. He's gone.
Yeah, besides
Sorry, Luke.
Besides everything that happened, is he still on? I don't know if we lost him or not. No, I think we lost him. So...
Oh, yeah, go pee after you hang up on the caller, Joe.
That's right. We had Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley having to follow up the monumental announcement that Roman Reigns is dealing with leukemia. So you really have to fight against the crowd's emotions here. It's hard to shift seats and engage in the show must go on mindset. But of course they had to go ahead and continue on. So Finn Balor comes out, gets a pretty decent ovation from the crowd. They're responsive to him, and then Bobby Lashley comes out and Leo Rush. Yeah, he's got the live mic and he's doing his annoying chortle of a laugh and my man and all this stuff, and I wanted it to work. I wanted to hear him cut in more, but it's interrupting commentary, and then they have to address it by saying they're just going to talk over him, and I guess that's why
he Dave Chappelle version where he's just like my clan.
I guess that's why they had the earpiece last week. It wasn't to feed him lines; it was telling him when he could talk, so that they didn't have him be interrupted and have him get all messed up with the.
What did you think about that match with Lashley? I thought that was all right.
Last week?
The match tonight. Like I thought that was.
Oh, him and Finn Balor it was a decent match.
I mean, for Raw. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. It was just at that point in time, I was so shocked and taken aback by the news with Roman that I was numb to it. So
that's probably why they put out a hot match, because it's like maybe they should have put out because I thought the women's match was not as I was less into it, so maybe they should have put that first. I don't know.
Yeah, and I appreciated what they did here because they showed that Finn got the upper hand, but just barely. He rolls him up. He slips away from the power bomb.
Oh, yeah, I'm so glad that they didn't just do the roll up victory. You got to have kickouts of those.
Exactly. So they played their hand pretty close to the chest, but they did it well enough that it didn't elevate nor hurt either man in any type of negative manner. So typically we always have to worry of the 50-50 booking that they do so often that it really makes somebody look piss poor. And in this angle, I feel like Bobby Lashley, he got bested, but it was done in a way where, all right, Finn had a bit of a strategy, but it was also a bit of luck. He didn't just beat him outright, and now next week he'll lose, to the powerhouse. So it makes Bobby a bit dangerous because now he's even more angry, and the feud gets to continue. So I'm okay with this. I like what they did here. Then we get Sasha Banks, who's being accompanied with Bayley and Natalya, taking on Ruby Riott with, obviously, the Riott Squad. And this is what we needed to build and sell Evolution with. We're going to get the 3-on-3 match. We're getting Banks, Bayley, and Natalya against the Riott Squad Sunday. And unfortunately, this wasn't really the match that should have, the way they produced this, it just didn't work for me. You see Sasha, she's going for the bank statement on Ruby, and then you see Morgan runs in and cuts her off, and then everybody gets involved, and it turns into a bit of a mess. And then the way they edit it and try to do so on the fly, because it's live, it got very muddled and confusing. The camera didn't quite know who to follow, and they kept cutting back and forth. So your attention was taken away from the action in the ring, And next thing you know, the riot kick happens, and Ruby scores the pinfall when, you see her previously hit the turnbuckle with her head. So it wasn't telegraphed great. They interrupted it with a commercial break minutes into it. So I wish they just dedicated a bit more time without commercial breaks and did more to build up both teams going into Sunday. I feel like they're trying to give the upper hand to the Riot Squad and make it seem like, they're dangerous and unpredictable, but they're also trying to sell the fact of can, Bailey and Sasha Banks put, Natalya together as a cohesive unit, and can they work very well as a team because they've been kind of on the heels of each other. I don't know. It didn't really seem like the best way to build towards Evolution. I feel like they could have done it where they each got a singles match tonight. Even if one was a bit quicker and made this a bit longer. I figured, we should have gotten more from the women. So
yeah.
Next we get Triple H and HBK.
It was lackluster, Jake. It was lackluster.
That's the best way to put it, honestly. Thanks to Tommy for that one. Get to steal his catchphrase. I liked Triple H and HBK here. It was more same old, but I appreciated. I think it was Sean that said something about, neither one of us are running for mayor. And that made me laugh. And that, any one of us can get a GoPro, go in the basement, go down in the boiler room, and say what you guys did. So that felt like the old, silly DX was back again a bit. I liked when they're kind of like breaking down the fourth wall still and just self-aware. Right. I like it when they have that kind of referential humor. So I like the fact that Triple H also said that, this X is still here to this day. And, we went ahead and you saw me sell out Australia. And we're running the other X too, talking about NXT.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a good reference as well. So problem here is that we got another, recorded promo from The Undertaker and Kane. And it didn't really do much to sell the match.
They've done this one before a lot, too, with them burying the grave. It's all very sort of replayed, just to do the crown jewel. It's like watching Aladdin 2 or like Aladdin 3 or something like that.
Yeah, you've been there, done that.
It's kind of like forgettable. They're just doing it for the house show. It's just weird. I don't know. I can't. So it's almost not canon, if it's the only way I can.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
it is a very odd feel to it, and unfortunately, what should be a show stealer just doesn't feel like it's living up to its potential.
Yeah.
And big spoiler for next week as it's put out, but our good friends at PW Insider, it says here, are letting us know that Undertaker and Kane will be live on Raw next week. They'll be showing up in North Carolina, as well as Triple H and HBK. So we'll have DX versus the Brothers of Destruction in a promo feud before Crown Jewel.
I got to tell you about this. Plug this real quick. Last night, this is not wrestling related, but first of all, go follow me on Twitter. We're almost at 2,000 followers again, getting back up there to the 6,000 we used to have. On Corrupted last night, we kept getting calls from like Scott McKinnon and all these people. And so at the end of Corrupted, when Corrupted was over on Patreon, me and Ken were like, let's go over there and find out what the hell's going on. And so we went over there, and it was just chaos, man. Fighting and funny, weird shit and whatever. And it was on Pro Violence's YouTube channel. And it's pretty funny, man. If anybody gets to look at it, it's funny. But I also recorded it locally, because he kind of recorded it on his phone, on his stream. But I recorded it locally, and so some of that audio we'll put out there on Patreon. It's pretty fucking funny. Or I'll put it out there on the Corrupted YouTube channel, maybe. But then I also talked with Scott afterwards for a little while. He's got some kind of beef with Nessa. I don't know what the hell's going on. He was like freaking out on Nessa. Was one of the people that he really was angry at. And I'm like, how can you be angry at Nessa? The fuck? And so if Nessa's wondering why he's going off, I don't know either. Really? I don't even want to say what he said, but you can go listen to the fucking podcast. It's just weird. But it was fun, I guess. It was just funny. It's actually funny. Like, I actually went to bed to listen to it again because it was so... just Scott is unhinged. It's crazy. It's ridiculous, and it's a pretty entertaining thing. Very entertaining thing. So we're gonna try to get some of those clips up because it's just whacked out. But the whole thing's on Pro Violence's deal. And shout out to everybody who gave us wedding wishes and congratulations and shit, dude. Like, I've never
Sorry,
had.
Nessa said I didn't do shit.
I don't know. Like,
Just made me laugh.
Scott's like, she's a racist. She only likes Joe's the only white guy she likes, she said. And so Scott was calling her like a racist. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like,
She said it. She said that before.
he's like losing his mind.
That she likes Joe, only Joe. Because he's the only white guy she likes.
That happens with people, you know. There's some dudes who like, oh, I don't normally like a black girl, but I like that black girl. You know, that happens with people. People have a taste. It's not that they're racist. It's not that anybody's racist. I don't think she likes me like that either. I think she just like says like she likes me like other. I don't know. And I don't think that's we fucking psychos. I don't agree with Scott on this. We talked about it on the show.
I'm confused at this point.
I have no, dude. You have to listen to it. The fucking podcast, dude. It's out of this world. Like it's. I hope that it's saved because I'm trying to find it now because it's just so fucked up, but funny. Like it's really funny. Like if you listen to the whole thing, like it's fucking hilarious. Leah will leave Joe in 10 years. That'd be a waste of. That'd be a waste of 21 years.
That's a long haul for a con. I'll tell you that much.
What, Leah?
Another 10 years goes by and she's like, "Fuck you, faggot. Gotcha."
What, Leah?
Joke's on you.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to change your name now. She already got the Cronin name. She don't want to change it again. That'd be nuts.
She'll keep the name and she'll make you change your name.
Yeah, change your name or I'm leaving you. Now, change it.
I'm now known as Joe Leah's
I love
bitch.
when she's like, I don't want to change. I like being a Mick.
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. But I'm like, you have an even more rarer Irish name, so it's great. Well, to my mother for watching the kids. All right, well, there's the Morning Madness clip. Let me see if I can find this. It's a really long clip, probably. It's, is this it? No, that's not it. It's too short. I'm telling you, man, this was fucking, it better have recorded this.
You're identical to me.
Oh, here it is.
That's why I fucking took you in the first place. I noticed that you had the same quality.
Dude, this fucking thing is so fucking long. It's so fucking crazy. There's a little bit of done now. I gotta go check it, see if it's there.
Why do you keep blocking Scott from coming in here?
I didn't do it. Can't stop trying to. You did that shit.
Probably tomorrow.
Add Scott in here. Why is that? How do you have a block?
Grease ball. Greasy ass.
Yeah, damn it.
Fuck up, you redneck. Go fuck your father.
Joe, respect to I'ma send the vid on Twitter.
Oh, Edsview said, Joe, I clipped it too. I'm gonna send the vid on Twitter. Thank you, man. Clipped what?
Oh, there we go. The podcast, I guess.
Oh, dude, I've got the whole thing though. I've got like, there's so much more.
Oh, by the way, how much could I pay to get your wife's panties to buy them? How much?
For free, because I'll fucking shit in them.
What the fuck, dude? I'll tell you right now. I'll sell Leah's. I told her that. Somebody asked for them once.
I'll sell mine if anybody wants them.
Some pay triple for
seriously, what would a fair price be though? Like,
Some other people,
as I swear to God, I buy it.
Yeah, we might sell our wives' panties, but there's some other guys that will like sell their wives for anything. They'll just fucking whore their wives all over the place.
Yeah, pictures and Twitter accounts.
We'll sell
Rock.
I would sell my wife's panties.
Yeah.
Like the great Rocky from Let's Go Ahead.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I didn't bring that up. They did though. But when he talks about Nessa, it's like I did notice.
Yeah, am I on here? Yes, we got her back, baby.
I do appreciate you guys doing that.
Talk over me. Go ahead. Play the sound bites. Make it all joke. Tell me, Dan Cronin, am I in your head or not?
Make it all a joke.
I'm Joe Cronin.
Yeah, okay, well, can I talk
Preach
to Dan?
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Can I talk to Dan?
No.
No, I can't talk
You're
to
in
Dan.
my heart. They called us like 70 times while we were doing Corrupted, so then I'm like, all right, let's go in and find out what they're talking about. All right, Scott, you're in my heart, Scott.
I know I'm in your heart. I know, and you know I know.
Preach it, brother.
I fuck.
The best part is when Scott says that, why do I say I'm going to kill myself all the time? It's like, you're always saying that. I'm going to kill myself because I'm a fan of you. Or whatever the fuck.
I steal you too, you fuck. Joe, I steal you too, you fucking dummy. We both had the same bipolar. Don't you understand that? Don't you see that? Do you not see that?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Okay, well, come on, Joe. Please stop playing the character and putting on shows for people. Please be real. Please be real.
I'm not playing a
For
character.
1
I'm
minute
sitting
in your
right
life-
here. You're the one
for
that.
1 minute in your life, can you be real?
I am real. I'm always
You're
real.
not. You're not, man. You let Dan Cronin bleed into Joe Cronin all the time.
What are you
Dude, you're not. Dude, you unban me from your show on Monetize This, and you outro the show with the alien song saying, Scott, brother, you're unbanned, brother. I love you, brother. I love you. Hey, fuck Joe.
I know.
I'm not fake.
I was kidding, dude. It's you
man.
do. Look at the stuff you do. It's worse than
on?
me saying that. What the stuff you actually do. We had
It's
like a
weird.
1.5 hour like fight on this. Worse than
What did you
me
mean the
joking.
shit I
Where
asked
the
you?
fuck
You
was
accused me
this?
exposing everybody's addresses, including your own, when I don't even know your address, Joe. I never ever exposed your address. I don't even know your address. I messaged you privately and said plug it with Young
I'm still
Republican,
talking to you.
Where, listen, him and Young Republican plug where I work.
Yeah, Scotty, man.
Let it out. Let it out, brother.
Well,
Why are
I'm
you
not
letting it out
scapegoating you
tonight?
anymore, and neither is Ken. Like we like you, and
It
I'm
wasn't
joking,
once, it was
dude. I'm
several
literally
times,
fucking
dude.
around. I'm literally.
Be real.
I'm.
I will suck your dick. Knowing the truth
I will suck your dick.
in this community. For
You broke a
fucking
toilet
dudes
too. You
do.
broke a toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
I gave you credit for that over and over again. I said Scott brought
I
it
know
up and
you
it
gave
came
me
back.
props for it, but I wish you would just stay neutral with me, dude. Every time
do.
you sell me down the river, I want to kill myself.
Oh God! Don't. Why would you do that? Just
Joe,
because?
you're saying you want to kill yourself all the time, you're making me want to kill myself too.
Yeah, but I don't. Why would you want to kill yourself? That's
Because
so
you say
stupid.
it every show, and you're my idol, and you make me want to kill myself too.
Because you say it every show and you're my idol.
Oh, you're my idol, and you're saying you want to kill yourself all the time. You're making me want to kill myself too.
Yeah, but I don't. Why would you want to kill yourself? That's
Because
so
you
stupid.
say it every show, and you're my idol, and you make me want to kill myself too. God damn it!
Scott, go on camera. Go on camera.
Wow, dude.
Dude, there's like 2 hours of this. It's fucking amazing. I'm gonna put the clips I can put up there.
Where was this from?
It was on Pro Violence's live stream. Like they kept calling us. I don't know who it was that was calling. Scott says it wasn't him, but they were calling us during Corrupted. And I was like, let's go. And Ken was like, let's go over there. I'm like, yeah, let's go over there and find out what the fuck's going on. So we went over there and they're talking shit about this and that, and they're talking shit about these guys and those guys and this and that. And it's just 2 hours of banter, and it's actually really goddamn funny.
So it's on Pro Violence's deal?
Yeah, you can check it out on his channel.
Okay.
But
Yeah, he's pro-violent. That's his gimmick.
yeah, there you go. But I'll also have I'm gonna put clips up on YouTube because he recorded it because he went live on Skype on his phone and put the phone near the mic, so it's kind of like shitty. But like I recorded the direct audio from when I called, so it's like I've got some other clips that sometimes people got cut off on his thing that you can hear on mine, and vice versa. Like so but it's really funny though. I don't know. I think it's funny. If you think that type of shit's funny, the drama fighting. But not really. It's not that really drama. It's kind of like funny, you know. They're not taking it that seriously. You think it's funny? It's funny. And at one point, Scott has a problem with Nessa. Like I'm just like, what the fuck? What? Like, it's just ridiculous. So we'll get that up eventually. As far as Raw goes, I think we beat a dead horse with. There's really nothing much to talk about other than Roman, what happened with him, leukemia, awful, and Dean Ambrose's heel turn, and Evolution this Sunday. Tomorrow night Smackdown. What's going to happen on Smackdown? Jake, is there anything else you wanted to mention before we get out of here?
Salty in the chat before made a great point. Or no, Shorty. Sorry, not Salty. I guess all the salt from that.
From that fucking Scott call, yeah. And there you go.
Shorty said, would Kane not be committing political suicide by going to Crown Jewel? I don't get it. And that's a great point. That's something we'll have to mull over at some point.
Right.
It is a hell of a thing to think about. I mean, if Cena doesn't want to go due to his Hollywood career, why would the mayor of Knoxville, wherever it is, where is he again? The mayor of? I always forget.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
It is Knoxville? Okay. All right. I'm not crazy. So.
We fucking hate terrorists here.
Yeah. So, hey, what are you going to do? But
he probably is like, I don't know, it's low on the radar. He probably isn't, the company's more on the radar than he is.
Yeah, we kind of talked about Elias's face turn tonight. That was definitely a face turn, we all feel, I believe.
Yeah, the guitar shot was great.
That was awesome.
Fantastic. they did well there. I mean, Braun's face again, and especially makes sense that they had 2 new faces, 2 turns there, because now we have Dean as the heel. So it, the everything's back in balance.
I like it.
All is well with the world, I guess, except for Roman.
Except for Roman, yeah, that's awful.
Poor guy got the shit.
People did want him off TV, but Jesus.
Yeah.
Not how we wanted that to work out, but
real quick,
we'll see what happens. And Crown Jewels, they're still
TV,
pumping.
Just didn't want him shoved down our throat on the top of the thing. That was all.
Yeah, they're still pumping ahead with Crown Jewel. I'm still surprised that they're going, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, you know something, dude? You got to bring back. They should bring back Hulk.
Let me go to the patron
Hulk
questions.
Sheik, like the fucking 50-year rematch.
Well, I asked you guys for questions on Patreon. Broken Lion says, how far? This is the Patreon questions, guys. If you want to become a patron, make sure you get over there. 350 of you are patrons, 350 patrons. Tons of bonus content over, stuff that people can't hear here on YouTube. Broken Lion, how far do you think they will go with Dean heel turn? Hopefully further. It would have been nice if they maybe went a little further even tonight, but they didn't really need to because the whole emotional factor. But hopefully the Dean Ambrose, we get that Moxley character a little bit that we used to have on the independent scene. But who knows? Hopefully they probably won't. They'll probably suck, but hopefully they'll do good. Steamy Wet Broccoli, thoughts on Rollins may be injured to vacate IC title and tag team title. Good or bad idea per storyline, possibly coming back for the Rumble and facing champion Dean. Really? I mean, maybe if Seth was slightly injured and they had to do that, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think they would do it unless they had to. They can't afford to lose Seth right now.
Yeah,
they can't afford to lose anyone right now.
Yeah, they got to roll with who they have. Also, when you guys think WWE will do a gay character, I mean, that's kind of Finn Balor's thing at this point. So, I mean, that's the answer there. I don't think there's another one coming. And Finn Balor's not technically gay himself. I think he is gay, though, but that's just me because it's weird. But who knows? It's like Brandy Smith, thanks for subbing to the channel. What's up, Brandy? Thank you so much. Steamy Wet Broccoli says, speaking of Brandy Rhodes, NWA, man, if anybody caught that, it was great. I wish that I got to fucking announce that, but Jim Cornette, my nemesis, was there. Steamy Wet Broccoli, thank you. With the Shield being dead, should Roman come back with the same gimmick or use the Joe Uso? Well, he wouldn't be Uso though, right? Wouldn't he be like the Anoa'i? Like his real?
Yeah, Anoa'i.
Tennis Racket Jones. I mean, maybe. I guess it depends. I'm sure he'll come back as Roman though. Tennis Racket Jones. Who will grant Roman's make-wish? Oh my God. Well, I think his wish is to come back and probably be there for his family. So hopefully, the gods of life grant that wish. Or fate.
Yeah, really.
Ed's View says, imagine next week if Dean showed footage of him injecting a chemical that triggers leukemia. Oh my God. Jesus
they go
Christ.
For war with it.
They go for broke. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Attitude
that
Era,
would
I
be
can picture them doing
Attitude
that's
Era. They would do
Russo.
that. Yeah, Attitude Era. They would do that. That's definitely a thing in the Attitude Era. Johnny Utah says, why is Jesse, who doesn't watch wrestling anymore and couldn't give two shits about it, always on wrestling reviews that you do, Joe? Fuck Jesse.
That's how it's always been.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he's been watching.
I mean, I
wrestling.
watched, but when it started going downhill, I fucking let you know it, and I don't, shit. I don't have to fucking watch to tell you that. You guys
He didn't
bitch
pull a
about the same
Tommy and
shit
not
every fucking
watch.
week.
He actually watched.
And Jesse wasn't on half the show.
I did watch. I watched the whole three. Yeah.
And Jesse was even talking about the good matches and what was great about before.
Well, I put him on halfway
If I
through the
don't
show
watch,
too.
I can still fucking call in. So
Exactly. Even if you don't watch, I'm sure you could put 2 and 2 together and figure out what happened. But I mean,
it was
you have been
lackluster,
watching.
and you guys tell me why.
You guys tell me why. That's Tommy's gig.
I painted my face. Tell me I'm pretty.
Check
Dude, I think
Twitter.
that's because he bought the wrong size mask and he stretched the fucking thing out,
Mm.
and so he just got to paint his face now.
Yeah.
Ed's View said he posted the podcast on Twitter. Thank you, Ed's View. I'll retweet that later. Any chance of Dean having a new
Can I get the
personality?
mask? What?
I just hope he has a crazy personality. Thank you, Gorilla Strong, Ed's View, and everybody on
Gorilla
Patreon who
Strong.
dropped the questions. We love you. Yeah, Gorilla's got a strong grip, man. I'd like him to grip my throat. If I had to, well, anyway. Jacob Purcell,
Choke me
thanks for
at
subbing and becoming a patron, man. Appreciate that shit. Appreciate everybody else. I think we're done here. Follow me on Twitter. That's really important tonight. Before you go to bed or whatever you do, follow me on Twitter or become a patron. Either one. There's free stuff on Patreon as well. So make sure you go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And if you don't become one, at least follow me on Patreon and follow me on Twitter at CorruptedPod, at CorruptedPod on Twitter. We're almost at 2,000 followers again. Thank you to everybody. Anything you guys got? Anything else? I'm done.
That's it.
Boom.
Over 50 million views.
Jesse J JCS on Twitter. At Countdown Ended on Twitter for Jake. At Corrupted Pod for me. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks. This place sucks. CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I wanna kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Become a member of the Cronin Club by going to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Get 8 hours of bonus content a week not seen on YouTube. YouTube doesn't like the controversial stuff, but I am free to do what I want to do on Patreon. They won't be taking down these videos, so get the following for just $5 a month. Access to polls, the Corrupted podcast, every week featuring myself, Ken, and Justin Bailey. Madness, 5 days a week. The ability to download all audio to save your data plan. Episodes of Monetize This, uploaded in audio form. All of my audio song parodies available for download and listenability on the Patreon app. Direct contact with me, the community, on your PC or the Patreon mobile app. All this and so much more available on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Join the Cronin Club today.
The club is calling. Cronin Club.